I hate bananas. Way worse.
So that doesn't bother me.
Like it's musical.
Mm-hmm.
I wonder.
That doesn't bother me either because I do that. That's because there's different.
All right, boys and girls.
No, it sounds almost the same.
I think we're live. So, if there's any problems, let
So
me know.
we did okay.
I know.
All right. Maybe.
Can one of you catch the TV, please?
Catch the TV.
Turn the TV on.
We are live.
This
We should be live.
catch the
There we
TV.
go.
This
Turn the
stream's
TV
guest
on.
star is my laptop.
Correct, because I made a boo-boo. I'm doing some minor touch-ups here, boys and girls. As soon as I'm done with this, we will actually get into this proper.
Just move it outside.
1 second here.
Probably. Oh look.
Did it actually say we're live, honey?
Yeah. Just. Okay.
What's that?
Never mind.
Okay.
Just what?
And because it's sitting in front of me, it is September, so anybody who wishes to sub to us,
We would love you forever and ever.
it's going to
Yes.
be cheaper, and your computer's yelling at me.
Probably.
Make it stop.
Yep. Oh, it'll probably advise you about HP updates also,
I wouldn't be surprised.
because that's me every time we play.
That's fine. All right. So, this is Adventures in Loromir. This is Dragons in the Dining Room. This is also one of those nights where we get to say our favorite adage. It would not be Dragons in the Dining Room without technical difficulties.
Always.
Technical difficulties.
Right, and he's on a delay today. We can't fix it.
You know what we need to do is get a little animation that has a fritzing computer every time we have food.
No, the dragon should be glitching, like lines of the dragon.
If I could figure out how to do that, I definitely would.
That would be cool.
But I don't think I can do an animation offline. All right. Now I think everything is as it should be.
Perfectly balanced.
I don't know about perfectly balanced, but it's there.
There's a little Thanos there. As things should be.
And we will also. Oh shoot! It didn't keep that.
Ding.
What just happened there?
Stream element.
Oh, stream elements.
We
We
have
are finally live.
Gwaff. Hello, Gwaff. Hello.
Hi, Weezy.
Hi, Weezy.
Hey, Weezy.
Easy.
How's your stream?
Right?
You should have started casting a little bit early. Oh, we missed you too, Big Weezy.
Yes, we did. We missed you. Missed you on Wednesday, and missed Krabby for half of Wednesday.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we're all sad and lonely.
Don't expect awesomeness from me tonight. I am incredibly tired.
Right?
This will be your test.
I think we are all incredibly.
Yeah, it could be like freaking Jocelyn on Wednesday night. Where the hell have you been every campaign ever?
I don't know.
Neither do we. That's why we're asking.
I'm just as confused as you are, honestly.
So,
Wait, I have a question about what popped up for the Lucon.
oh, I will explain that in just a minute too,
Okay.
because there's a lot going on today. By the way, thank you for
A
the
lot.
follow.
Yes, please. I appreciate that. That's really cool. Thank you.
The more people that follow us, the happier we are, because that means more people to pick on us in chat.
Who wants to take a stab at pronouncing that?
I
Guffaw.
already did.
Wafa?
Guffaw.
No, that's not how it's pronounced.
That's how I'm pronouncing it, because guffaw is a really fun word.
Weezy.
Okay,
Oh, shut up! You have no pronunciation.
now, today we have a couple of fun announcements.
Weezy, she dresses up for you, so.
Yep,
Exactly.
that's exactly it. We have a couple of fun announcements.
I'd laugh,
First
but
things
that's true.
first, we are
Ouch. Love you.
sponsoring DeluCon, a first year run of first year run of a Comic-Con in Duluth, Minnesota. It will be running on October 18th and 19th. There will be cosplay, there will be panels, there will be a life-sized Catan board game.
Did you not know that?
I've been holding on to that for a while.
Yep.
Just for you, I've been
Alright, I'm
holding
clearing my schedule right now.
Like they have pictures of it and it's huge.
the hexagons
Uh-huh.
are this big.
Okay, I will be at that place probably the entire time.
Right.
So canceling the interview or
Who wants to interview with me? Yeah, I'll just go.
That's actually where I'm going next. Because Dragons in the Dining Room is sponsoring DeluCon, we are going to be doing a video interview for DeluCon. You will see our banner throughout the con, even on the red carpet display when the cosplayers come down and show themselves off. The interview will probably have 4 of us in the interview. I'm thinking myself, DM Loxy, Bardna North, and if he's not too opposed to it, Reppenwolf.
Sure. You'll have to drag me away from Katana.
I will grab you by the short hairs.
oh damn. Get your son, boy.
Hey, Rusty, we will see you at DeluCon. Thank you very much.
Huh. Well,
Stick around because the next announcement is when we go on break, there will be, starting right now, I started it up. There is a contest going on
just pour some in your eye.
to give away 1 VIP ticket, 1 general admission ticket, and 2 tokens for DeluCon. The contest is open already. All you have to do is type in chat. I'm going to check this real quick.
That's a long thing to type in chat.
Right.
I know.
Okay.
It's okay.
All you have to do is type in !, enter, or !, ticket
We'll get paid right before.
to join in on the contest.
So credit cards.
This will also be follower only because entry costs some of the dragon scale points that we give away just for watching our stream. They accumulate while you're watching, so you don't have to do anything except for enjoy the craziness that we do here on stream. The good news is all you have to do is become a follower and you are eligible to join in on the stream 10 minutes after you join. If you haven't noticed already, Shackleford.
Okay, the FYI, that's a made-up name.
Yeah, I know.
Okay.
I'm having fun with it.
Just gonna say that's from King of the Hills.
I
I'm
understand.
pretty sure that might be my coworker.
You think so?
It might be.
I hope it's somebody that you know because
I just don't want you to go all night, like, never mind, that's fine.
Propane and propane accessories.
I was trying to help.
Sorry.
No, as soon as I saw the name, I just started giggling.
Pocket sand. Shush.
90%.
You can type in !D scales and see how many points you have earned for watching us. It's only 30 points. You get 25 just for becoming a follower. So literally, all you have to do is watch us for 10 minutes and you're eligible to join.
Ooh.
Ness, thank you very much for joining in on the competition. We will do the drawing. We will do the drawing immediately after we take our break.
What?
And with that, we are going to get into the game proper.
Sweet. Let's do it.
Where we last left off, they were in Nivara's estate and managed to destroy a giant creature made of bones and were being harassed by what they learned was a Globrazu demon.
Bless you.
A very grumpy crab dinner.
It's like Goro had a baby with a crab.
Oh, look at it. Oh. A gift.
Somebody got gifted a subscription.
Oh.
So you remember the comment I made about dressing up for
Oh,
Big Week?
shut up.
The evidence is right there.
All in favor of this, say aye.
Aye. Bad news for you, though. We all know what happens to Mister's boy.
Except for Wednesday nights. Weezy, you weren't here, so because you weren't here to stop her, Strahd like summoned Oriana. Yeah.
What?
Oriana is now the.
I'll clue you in.
You're gonna clue me in?
Oriana's the
You know-
previous role.
I had beseech you and you were wonderful.
Was I?
If I may,
Yes,
Yeah.
you could figure out what happened by going to YouTube, Dragons in the Dining Room, and watching the previous episode.
I have been busy. I have been incredibly busy.
Just saying.
I've been
everyone.
up since 3:30
in
in the morning, not the afternoon.
Bring it
It's
back,
no
guys.
bad thing.
Bring it back, guys.
Yes.
So, you guys had the fight with the Bone Daddy. You had 2 closets that were captured in the basement, and this Glabrazu that you guys were beating the tar out of. And after the fight wrapped up,
Oh no.
well, we now know who's going to become a zombie.
Oh yes.
Vampires,
So-
vampires spawn go.
So I was gonna say, have talk with Ness and get his character info, and then make him a zombie in our game.
Right.
I totally
Vampires
would.
spawn.
Absolutely.
Nivara, after the fight wrapped up, found herself in possession of what looked like a very comical sword. It had a 1.5-hand hilt with a blade that was only about 3 inches long.
Little poker.
And when she took hold of this
That
blade,
sticker.
she was communicated. There was communication between her and.
I was wondering how
Yeah,
you
I don't know
were
how I was going to do that. My words are all mixed up.
Goodness, I'm not doing anything.
Right? You had
Animated armor.
you had a conversation with the blade where you found out that you were in
Oh,
the
my.
long lineage of the betrayer of Vecna.
Mm-hmm.
Dun, dun, dun.
And that unfortunately is only the first piece of the rest of the sword.
Peace, friends.
Right.
Woo.
So you have more work to do to realize the full potential of this weapon. However, currently, it is a magical weapon that gives you improved critical.
Yeah.
Nice.
And just
And-
because I can be this guy, I'm
But
the
wait.
DM. You see all that
Yeah.
and that?
Yeah.
That's what happens when you realize the entire potential of your weapon.
So basically I need to attune with it and then I learn that.
No, you need to get to the
You don't know.
pieces.
You haven't attuned to it yet. You don't know what's going to happen. And with that, we
I've
pick
been on
up.
a peace hunt for months now.
Goblin noises.
We pick up in Nivara's estate, where the nasty odor has pretty much all but vanished. However, you can.
Did we ever crack that window?
Nope.
The heavy feeling of something negative in the house. Yes, you heard Vecna. The heavy feeling that you felt in the house is starting to lift. And there is a bit of a calm coming over the house. However, there is still a force field
Did we finish fighting?
down. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's how she came across the weapon.
Are you sure?
Yes.
Yeah.
You
Okay.
guys dropped out of initiative.
Okay. Sorry, I'm like.
I mean, if
I don't
you
remember
want-
whatever happened to my
want-
giant snake. So
If you really want, I can pull up the previous initiation and we can continue to fight where you guys
No,
are.
no,
It
let's
was
not.
right after,
Please, no,
it was
thank
right
you.
after the bone creature
I got
that
it.
got the weapon.
Yep.
And then we
I'll-
fought the
The
lava.
Glabrazu was in and out, poking around, and then disappeared, and
You
you guys
convinced me.
dropped out of initiative.
That's right.
So, you are standing in Nivara's house.
Oh.
So how much is burned?
There are scorch marks around the house, but nothing has caught on fire completely.
Okay.
Oh yeah.
So what shade of Vistra is that?
The same shade as the color
So-
of her hair.
Well, that was educational. That's a word for it.
I would like to look around for any evidence remaining of any other evil entities in this area.
There's no need. There's no need to worry about that too much as you go, well, shoot, there were the 2 little demon things downstairs, and that force field is still present.
Let's go beat the crap out of those things.
I want to go.
I think they're
look at
very
this
weak.
force field.
I'm already owl right now.
I'm not owl. Let me at him. Let me at him.
Oh
You're
yes.
only not out
We
because
also have, I think we have a Pikachu and a Charmander's cup as well, Big Wheezy.
I got the Bulbasaur tonight.
Bulba thief.
Yes.
I need an Eevee cup.
Yes.
Preferably Umbreon, but I'll take Eevee too.
If we
Umbreon
can
is
find
one
you,
of my favorites.
Because
if we can find you an
It has to be
evolution
on
set,
you're just so dark and sad.
Yes.
we will get
Hey,
you.
I'm getting
I
an
will look on.
evolution set?
I will look on Amazon.
Not yet, no.
You want?
Yeah, see what I heard back.
Probably wouldn't be a bad idea. But you guys are standing in Navarro's house, and you said you were going to check out the force field.
Yeah.
I really don't feel like yelling at you.
Do you feel like food?
It's going to be there all night.
You just said you wanted some.
I said it would be nice.
She's gonna throw it at your face.
I know.
Wouldn't it be nice?
If
I put
you
that-
don't snap your fingers and point, I don't know what you actually want.
There you go.
I reacted to that.
Oh look, it's Shade of Vistra.
I have until midnight to kill you. It's not your birthday, and I don't have to feel bad about
By
it.
the way, so everybody,
By the way,
can have fun with it. We're going to blow up at Reppenwolf's Twitter tomorrow with as many happy birthdays as we can get.
No,
But don't
no.
let him know that this is going to happen.
From midnight, from like on his actual birthday, nobody post happy birthday so we can tell him we forgot.
Anywho,
thanks.
We love you so much.
This is bad omens because I think somebody's gonna die.
it's lukewarm, so I'm not going to get burnt.
Because I brought it over an hour ago.
I know, and I was busy trying to get the stream running. So, you go downstairs and you take a look at the doorway that has the force field on it, and
I'm beside her. Fish.
okay, at least you're not beside yourself.
I'm always beside myself.
And you see those tags around the frame of the door still
Yeah.
there, and the force field is present because whenever you put your hand out, you can see that scintillating light. But the two little demon thingies are nowhere to be seen.
Can I roll a knowledge arcana on these little etchings?
Sure.
Can I roll a knowledge ass kicking to know if I've kicked their asses before?
You have never won a fight against a paper bag.
Okay.
9.
She likes horses.
She does. She doesn't know shit about arcana though.
The only thing that you
You
can
should.
really work out is when you did play with these paper slips earlier
Mm-hmm.
and removed that one, it changed the force field from being an illusion to just being transparent.
Okay. And we determined that when we touch it, it doesn't hurt.
You are only limited to one ticket for the giveaway.
I want to try and walk through it.
Okay? It doesn't work.
Okay, it just pushes me back.
You put your hand in front of you and do that whole testing the water thing, and your hands hit, and it's just
Some of the
Mrs. Black.
water that's on the floor from the tidal wave, I want to use shape water
yes.
and
Now
have
he's
it
serious.
run around the edges of the door and see if the water can leak through any.
Nope.
No.
Yes, I'm sorry about that. You are limited to one ticket. That's why you get the default message.
I didn't know that either, Ness. Stand back in case this hurts.
Nothing hurts.
I'm gonna try and. Ooh, tough guy. I'm gonna try and alter the runes.
It's just emotional rejection.
It's not runes.
Oh!
It's not runes. It's paper tabs
Oh,
all around.
well, I pulled them off.
You could be the one that dies tonight.
You pull
Sorry,
at
that was
one of the
my-
paper tabs, and nothing happens.
It's never your birthday.
You
Okay.
pull at the next one
That's what I'm
in
saying.
line, and when you do, there is a crackle of energy, And
It's a stamper.
roll me a dexterity save.
Oh, look, it's disintegrate.
Oh well, bye bye.
I
16.
I actually did drama for a number of years, plus I was a stage actor. I had to learn how to mime for quite some time.
Did you take my D8?
No, I swear I didn't do anything this time.
No, I'm not going to give her disadvantage on this one because of what's happening next. What was your dexterity save?
16.
Fantastic. I need, oh, sorry. Mirren, because you're standing right there. I need a dexterity save from you too.
Told him
Danger sense?
to stand back.
I know you did.
A 13.
13?
Yes,
There-
Krabby.
There is a crackle of energy as you watch this scintillating invisible wall start to vibrate in all these multiple colors. And
Oh, pretty.
Shoot.
as you hear this, the crackle of energy,
You ain't crack that.
I need to find a PHP.
Ah.
Nope, that's a monster manual. As much fun as that is, I don't want a monster manual.
We summon a small wizened gnome.
Actually, no. You set off something.
He's talking about shoes.
You set off something absolutely
He did amazing
fantastic.
Wednesday.
He was trying to repair shoes too.
He did.
When are you gonna fucking? Or do you want me to watch?
I'm great.
Okay. Because I will if you want me to. I
I'll
just
help
have.
you out.
I have been so busy.
You, Ilfikir,
Yeah.
are hit by a beam of light that shoots out from this, and you take.
Is it pretty?
Oh, it is extremely pretty.
What color is it?
It happens to be the color orange.
Fudge nuts.
The beam hits her. I'm like, ooh.
This is the worst part about DMing. Is you start to get ideas and you immediately your mind goes to the worst possible thing.
You are hit by this orange beam, and you feel your skin begin to burn like somebody has poured acid all over it. And because you rolled a decently high dexterity save, you only take half damage. However, at half damage,
What's half hobbits is?
you still take 19 points of acid damage.
Ouch.
Oh, whoa. Are you okay?
Oh,
I
We're not done.
It's melting off.
Oh, we're not done.
I
Having
scream.
just started watching Chernobyl, I've got great visions in my mind right now
Oh.
of what you look like.
you are hit by a green, almost emerald colored beam. Yeah, you, Mirren.
Quick, strike a pose. We'll be intimidated.
Bring it on!
The color spray is intimidated.
It is very much intimidated.
I go into rage just before it hits me. Ah!
See, you're getting hit, Mike. but
You
it's-
take- You take, unfortunately, the full brunt of this because you just barely missed the DC.
Unless you did 123, I'm okay.
No, you're not going to be that damaged. However, you do take 35 points of poison damage.
That actually kind of hurt a little
You
bit.
turn,
Yeah,
you turn even more green than usual.
And because this was happening and the two of you dodged out of the way, the other beams miss you.
Oh, other beams.
Yeah, other beams.
I'm like, ooh,
The, like
ah!
the red one, the purple one, those ones?
It's not purple, it's indigo.
I
Okay, seafoam green.
see the beam. I see the beam hit Ilfikir, and I'm like, uh-oh.
Uh-huh.
Yellow. No, not.
Did you laugh at my injuries?
And then
I laughed at my injury.
you both dive out of the way. And it's like this kaleidoscope meets disco ball spray of colors.
Kaleido ball.
Mm-hmm.
A balloscope.
And then there is a
Nope,
loud
Nope. Nope.
there is a loud crack as the colors suck back into the center of the doorway.
Okay.
And you watch as you see something rather intriguing. It's like a tiny, almost minuscule version of the rifts that you guys have had to deal with as it goes crack,
Okay.
and you smell sulfur.
That was me.
We'll let the ball stuff.
Do I sense the very brief presence of a rift?
It is one of those type
Gotcha.
things.
There's a disturbance in the force.
I have an answer.
And there's no force field.
There's
Present.
no. Hey, look, it's gone.
We did it!
That was
You
a
guys-
terrible idea.
You guys heard the commotion from down the stairways?
Make progress.
And Vistra, you've cast Shatter enough times. It's got a very loud noise to it. I mean, very loud noise. This crack was even louder.
Oh,
So you three are very aware that something happened down there.
You're not poking the head down.
I will
What did you
immediately
do?
start making my way down there.
We touched it.
Indy, don't go home.
Well,
Indy
she
rode in the
touched it.
refrigerator.
I'm going
Huh?
downstairs. Stop
That was a
trying-
dumb movie.
That was a very dumb movie.
Indigo Montoya, you killed my rainbow. Prepare to die.
Indigo, I'll tell you.
I'm going
Indignant
downstairs
Montoya.
with everybody going, stop trying to
No, that's
break
scary.
my house.
The house broke us.
Well, Mirren bravely.
You look like you got hit too.
You're sugar.
I would have been hit worse if it were not for this brave young half orc's actions.
Oh, that's the nicest thing you said to me in 48 hours.
Maybe next time you'll actually save me.
You're the one who touched it, so.
I'm going to go up
Stood there.
to.
I shared the pain.
I feel you.
Hold on.
I was gonna say something awful, but too bad for Steve.
You go right ahead and say it.
Say it. Say it. Say it. Say it. Say it. Say it.
What made that face come up?
Nope.
One of us. One of us.
I had some water.
Okay.
So I'm gonna go up to Elf here.
Neither. I'm like on the verge of like puking, so no.
And up here
Theory, though.
you get 13 hit points back.
Yay!
Nice.
Thank you.
I took some out too.
I'm gonna come up to Mirren, touch the center of his chest, and rub awkwardly.
Awesome.
And while you're rubbing awkward down, grab your hand and rub with you.
Ooh, let's make this even more awkward. And then
And
the
I'll stare in
DMs.
your eyes while you're doing it.
Oh yes, there you go.
Wait.
God.
Thanks for Guild Wars 2, Resin.
now
I mean,
So now
the
that
Battle of Guild-like Envies 2.
that this force field has vanished from the doorway, there is a new.
13.
Thanks.
Holy crap.
Both of you got 13 back. That was nice.
Puts me back at 3 digits.
There is new sounds, and there is a new odor in the air.
Okay.
You smell
You have a critical weapon in your life.
long.
That's not damage. I take the hits.
You smell candle wax.
That was also me.
That was not present earlier. You smell mildew and dust.
That wasn't me.
You, as you start to enter the basement proper, you realize that ever since your brother vanished, very shortly thereafter, that force field was put up, and this basement has not been touched since. There's dry rot, there's mildew,
There's wet rot.
there's dead animals.
Oh.
You have a sneaking suspicion that the critters that did manage to make their way into the house were then used as food by whatever was trapped in here.
So we took the force field down, and now the smell's coming out.
Exactly.
Oh,
Put it back up, put it back up, put it back up.
I don't think we can. No.
Navara, here's your chance to look around this room.
And there
If you
is,
can hold your breath.
and there, it's not that bad.
Okay, it's not that bad.
It's not that
It's
bad.
just like a.
That
Yeah.
might have been Mirren.
It's not as bad as
The ritual
um,
circle is still,
sewers.
the ritual circle is still present. Even the braziers that were used are still present. However, some of the materials, yeah,
Probably not.
It's a peppermint one.
Oh.
Or no, it's a peppermint wall plug-in.
it's not from Bath and Body, it's from Balthazar and Body.
I'm
was-
so
I
glad
was-
I didn't do that.
I was trying to think of something funny at the same time, but I'm too tired to like pun.
It
You
took
tired
me,
to pun?
I have to go with the lowest.
some of the
one.
ingredients that were
There we go.
used have coagulated or stagnated. It's a pretty ugly sight.
I wonder if that coffee's still there.
One of the biggest things that does stand out to you, though, is in the very center where the diagram is set for the demon to be summoned. There is a fine hole through from edge to edge of the diagram, and it reminds you of something. It reminds you of the same type of jagged scar that was created when the elf wagon was split asunder by the rift.
Okay. Rip
Vistra,
time.
this is your good deal, Vistra.
I would like to invest.
Vistra, you don't
I-
feel anything.
I mean Princess Vistra.
Thank you.
Pristra.
Thanks, Jeff. What about like all the books and stuff? Were they all?
Princess Vespa.
Everything else has been taken out.
Okay. It was just the circle and the ingredients.
I need a perception check from everybody.
Yes. Is it based on hearing? Well, actually, I get all perceptions now, don't I? Okay.
No, but.
Great. I roll 7 and an 8.
Oh goodness.
Oh
That's you for laughing at
no.
me.
Nope.
All right, so starting with Naivara,
15.
15. Vistra,
Passive of 16.
okay.
24.
Dear Lord.
I rolled almost max.
Ilfikir,
14.
and Miriam,
Passive 11.
11. Okay.
That's better than what I rolled.
Karana, you are the only one who sees this.
The crowd did get a 5.
Of all of the things in this room, you have seen a bunch of dead critters and whatnot. And you just briefly see a little bit of movement up in the joists of the floorboards of 2 insects about yay big scurrying about.
Charming.
That's the only thing moving in this room other than the rest of you.
Okay. Do they look to be moving in a particular pattern, or is it literally just little bug scrapples?
You managed to catch them as they went behind one of the joists.
I'm gonna go poke at the joist.
Okay.
Gently.
What are you
With
doing?
the end of my staff. There's something moving up there. I think they're bugs.
Oh, great.
Shape water.
And I'm gonna take the end of
With
my.
what water?
The water that's all over from my tidal wave.
It's not, you didn't flood the room.
Didn't even realize I was doing that, to be honest
No,
with you.
but I mean, outside the
I
door,
was doing this.
it's within 30 feet. There's nothing.
No, the water vanished after the spell was over.
Anyone have a water skin that I can use, please? Thank you.
You're gonna be
I
tired.
pour the water skin out halfway and shape that water.
To do what?
I shape it in like an itty bitty anteater that's gonna crawl along the joists and stick its little water tongue in the holes.
It's water tongue.
Okay.
That's awesome.
I figured you'd approve. That one's for you, Tay.
Medieval exterminator.
So I'm gonna take the end of my staff and kind of lightly tap it
It's
against
okay.
that joist.
Wheezy, it's Rasingi Enat 10. That's right.
Oh, thanks, Vistra.
Thanks, Krabby. I was just trying to type it myself. Just put an exclamation in front of that, Big Wheezy.
It's Rasingi.
No, it's not Rasingi. I changed it because I don't like to typo all the time.
You follow Rafiki. He know the way.
Hey, someone dropped this there.
Yeah, it's my card.
Yeah, but only do it. Sweetheart,
It's okay, it's on pause for a while.
sweetheart,
Yeah.
can you turn on the floor fan?
Yeah.
I am roasting back here.
Yeah. Take your hoodie off.
I'm going to, but I mean, I'm that hot.
Well, I know that. I married you.
You could take your slippers off too, that might help.
That actually does keep a lot of your body warmth in.
Not
gotta be
give,
careful
not give, give. G-I-V-E, not G-A-V-E.
So close, Big Reese, you can do it.
We gotta be careful what the fan has though.
I'm going to ask.
Okay.
Please let me know if the fan is making it too difficult to hear us. If it is, we can turn it down.
Let's say it's on 2 right now.
We can turn it, I mean, literally it's just getting the air to circulate. And you can turn it down to 1.
Okay, so I do slippers off.
I'm all for it being cool, I just don't want to ruin the sound quality.
Exactly. What?
So I do slippers off. Your feet are too long.
Didn't even realize I was wearing them.
Yes, Jeff. Okay.
You didn't hear. So yes.
Woo! We got that 20.
There we go, Big Wheezy. Thank you very much.
Yes. So, great and powerful DM. What happens when I take the end of my staff and go?
Well, before that okay, so it happens almost simultaneously. Nilfakir shapes the water into this miniature version of an anteater, and as that happens, you go thump thump with your staff, and you watch as the head of this insect pokes out,
I totally threw you off.
and you've seen centipedes, you've seen many different insects.
Thanks, Gabby.
And
thanks, Krabby.
the pincers on this thing's head do not match the shape of the body as it goes, and you watch as that little water anteater just
I
And
rolled
turns
it
into
using
mist.
that nat 20 to skish it.
That
Let me
nat 20.
skish it.
That nat 20.
Matt, tell me.
okay.
He wants the nat honey.
Also, I
Sometimes
would
you
use
just
that
need
Stream Elements has the frog.
Because I ain't dealing with that.
That's
Look
part
at
of
its
Stream
dead
Elements.
That is
corpse.
Stream Elements itself.
Yeah.
It's got the Kappa frog
And
and all that
amused
stuff.
me.
Yeah.
So it literally does not look like any bug I've ever seen, or does it look like the mandibles
looks-
don't match the
The
body?
mandibles don't match the body.
So it's like looking at a stag beetle's pincers on a centipede.
Yeah.
Ugh.
Like almost literally.
That's like a
Ugh.
creature from Legend of Zelda.
It's at, and now imagine a centipede with a stag beetle's beetles increased to a
What? Can someone clip that, please?
right. Only it's been
Yeah, right
increased.
there.
Only it's been increased to the size of the centipedes from the Amazon. The body is about that big around. So the pincers that you saw come out
on it.
are about that big.
No. So wait, so
It's
it's
like
like the centipedes from
You
Star
see-
Wars.
Yeah.
Yeah, I had to process because it sounded like you said bunghole.
You guys,
Bunghole.
you guys,
Bunghole.
if you get really loud.
Sorry. No. So nat 20 to smack this thing
Okay.
with my staff.
Okay.
So that's gonna be
Which staff are you using?
my highly staff.
Okay.
She like white girl smacks it with her purse, except she's got a stab.
Poke, poke. Yeah.
So that's
Oh, I think I made the edits too long.
Yeah,
It's gonna be that type of night.
the innards are way too long.
so that's 11 points of magical bludgeoning.
You manage as it starts to retreat back into the wood. You manage to catch it right on its head. And as you do, you hear a sickening sound. It doesn't sound like the crushing of an exoskeleton. It sounds instead like you're crushing something worse.
Krabby turned our
Yes, you-
dragon into a
Yes!
Hey,
It's a Kragan.
Darian.
Shut no. There you are.
I hate all of you. I'm gonna hurt you later.
I didn't do anything.
I give good rubs.
As the carapace from this
Yes, you
centipede,
did crap. Or Big Weezy.
as this carapace starts to fall from the ceiling, you hear another cracking sound. Only this one is much more familiar, as it's the sound of splitting wood.
Oh no, you broke the rules!
As the joist bursts, and you see that fall from the ceiling.
Alright, I run up to it and I want to
It's
smack.
dead.
Is that what I killed?
That is what you just killed.
You said did you say another one?
There was 2 of them.
There are 2, but he's not aware of the second one.
There's 2.
Okay, I'm running up there. I want to hit it.
You don't see it.
Is it where did it go? That if the joist split and this thing was inside it, where's the hole?
The hole doesn't exist. There's a good, 3-foot chunk of the joist that has been demolished. You don't see another centipede.
All I see is the joist. No.
Burst. But you see the carapace, you see the corpse of a dead demon on the ground too.
Oh, it's a demon.
You should have passed.
So the house didn't fall in on us or anything?
No,
Only
you
one
just
joist.
lost about that much of the wood from the joist.
Ah.
One joist.
With her just going with her staff?
Don't worry,
No.
Crossbear, I'll protect you.
From what was a centipede turning into this giant demon because she killed it.
Slide the end of my staff under the dead body and kind of lift
The
it.
dead body is about the size of a gnome.
I'll grab it.
Jesus.
Hey, look
That's
at me.
why it destroyed so much of the joist. It
So
went from
it
being a
basically
centipede
plane
this big.
shifted into the wood, is what I'm understanding.
No. You stabbed the head of a centipede. Then the wood burst and the body of this creature fell.
Oh. Fun.
I see.
I'm gonna take out a handkerchief and wrap my hand in it
Okay.
and
I don't
pick
think
it up
that's
by the
you
little
when you can
mandible.
It's about the size of a gnome.
I know, like I'm just like,
Okay, there is no mandible anymore.
oh, did I completely just smash it?
It looks exactly like the picture I just showed you.
Oh.
There's no centipede body, there's no mandible. It is that.
So it's got horn.
Well,
Yeah,
it's got one,
it's
you
got
kind of
horns.
mangled the other one.
Cool. Trophy.
Goodness.
Does it have like little? I'm gonna spend just a second to look at this thing. Like there was
That's
another
how that
one.
is. There's no going to be. It is.
I wonder if I can sell this for science.
What you guys see,
Science.
what you guys see is this thing has extremely long, pointy ears, green, scaly skin with black nodules sticking out of it. Some of them sharp, some of them round.
Look at those nodules.
It has a serpentine tail coming off of its back side that terminates into the classic point. And it has the double knee that some animals have into a two-taloned or three-toed feet. And the creature itself is, like I said, about the size of a gnome.
Jeez. I just smashed its skull in.
And you watch this creature expand after crushing the head of a centipede that was that big.
Fun. So they can obviously shapeshift.
And you are aware that there is a second one and have announced it to everybody else.
Yes.
Where is it?
It went up into the same place this one did.
Burn the house
Which
down.
doesn't exist anymore because that much of the wood is gone.
Burn it down to the
So the
ground.
hole that it crawled into
Fireball.
doesn't exist.
Well, I guess we start tapping on the joists like
I'm
we're a
NPCing Varus.
prospector.
Fireball.
Krabby, you have been a bad influence on my team.
I'm NPCing Varus.
Right. Well,
Varus
I'm
says.
still blaming Krabby.
Varus says fireball.
right.
I need a PHB. I think I can actually fix this.
Well, seeing as we
I'll
know
fix it. I
they're
take the piece of wood. Yeah.
in the,
Jam it in the
Joists.
joist.
I guess we just start tapping until we find it.
Anybody got some good
Let's try.
Yeah.
Roll me a constitution or a wisdom save.
Oh crap.
A Quinston.
A wisdom save.
Hey.
There we go.
Really
Pretty
good.
savvy.
That is what I'm talking about. That is a 20.
Good.
Oh.
Thank you. Thank you.
Oh.
New hair's made more sassy.
What do you mean you don't like it?
I don't like the more sassy.
Those red stripes are kind of like peppermint stripes.
I think it's actually in.
What are you looking for?
Do I need to start calling you sir?
I think it's in the Xanthar's spells.
What are you looking for?
I don't know because I can't.
I'm confused. Oh. Her friend calls her sir.
Mr. Patrick. My arms are only so long.
Me too.
Thank you.
Navarre, what are you doing as you can see Karana tapping her staff into the ceiling of the basement? There is a large chunk of wood that has been burst into demon form.
Yeah. Can you hear any
No, I got it.
skittering?
Oh, is it what you posted earlier? Okay.
No, I'm gonna go over to one of the other joists.
Will you show
Down
me?
here, how many are there now?
You see, how many are there? There is 6.
6?
Yep.
I'm gonna go over to another one and just lightly tap with the.
Okay, so you're going to tap just along with Karana?
Yeah.
Okay. Vistra, what are you up to? What did I
Sorry,
miss?
my fault.
Well, A, you posted the wrong channel, but B, it's kind of funny.
Did I post it to the wrong
You
channel?
posted it to the live announcements
Oh,
channel.
oops.
It's in Discord.
I'm gonna see.
I will have to change that so you can't accidentally post in there.
Strip your permissions away.
Oh,
There, I will change it.
that's what it is. If we can get it back, I can bug it.
What, you're gonna
Oh,
what?
get the other one to show itself, you mean?
Yeah.
Is there anything else in the?
Outside of what I have described to you guys, what you see and smell and whatnot,
I guess I'll go check out the creepy gross thing
okay.
and see if there's anything I can infer from it.
Not really. You do learn through Varys that this creature is referred to as a quasit,
Okay.
I'm positive it's a quasit.
and it is considered a lesser demon. Generally, it's the equivalent of the kobold of demons.
Oh wait, so we saw these then when these are what we saw in the thing. We already saw these.
Yeah, they were the ones that were scratching the force.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay.
So, where's the other one?
Somewhere hiding.
Burn the house down.
Has anyone bothered to
Filthy
inform Eric that
Roll me a
there are
wisdom save.
literal
Wisdom
demons
save?
here?
Yes, please.
Okay.
You can just set it on the
Do
chair.
you know anything about my family?
That way it's accessible to her when she needs it.
After I stood up and everything.
You
14.
need to stretch. Okay,
Probably.
thank you.
Why?
What are you up to?
Me?
Yes.
I am holding on to my infestation cantrip, and as soon as I see any part of that bug, I'm casting infestation on it.
About 5'6".
And what are you doing here?
I'm looking for the damn bug.
Okay.
With my wolf eyes.
Okay.
My
What
wolf
do
eagle
you
eyes.
wolf eyes see?
I have the eyes of
Oh.
a wolf and an eagle.
You have
After
advantage on sense on smell perception, right?
he's
Why
got
did you
advantage
take
on.
this
I have an
Yeah.
advantage on all perceptions.
Fair point. Why don't you take a sniff of the dead demons? You can recognize the smell.
Okay, just because I kind of look like a wolf doesn't mean I am one. But
This just happened.
I will sniff it
Okay,
and
roll me an
see
intelligence.
if Loar has granted me with that type of power.
Roll me an intelligence.
Oh, okay. Well, 18. Wait, I don't. Okay, I'm not doing a perception.
Not yet.
Okay, then I'll reroll because that was cheating. Cool. 8,
Eight.
That was
Why didn't you
that
just
was
use the
Sorry,
lower?
there's also an on
Now,
the
now,
12.
now, roll me a perception.
I had an 18 before, but now it's 12.
That's why you don't roll early.
You said roll, and I
Didn't
said
finish what I was saying.
okay.
You're both pretty.
You take a
Yeah,
sniff of this creature, and it is, to use a very nice term, pungent.
Ugh.
That's the polite way of phrasing this. It is pungent, and you start to, sniff around. You're familiar with the aspect of the wolf and all this, so the idea of tracking by scent isn't too obscure. However, you're not familiar with this style of tracking. So right now, differentiating smells is a little different.
You're sniffing and sniffing at ground. Like,
Right now,
No, I just there.
yeah. So
You dash with the instincts.
as you start to move around the room trying to sniff, you're only catching,
Bad.
not bad, but you're only catching familiar smells. Not enough to be able to differentiate, this is bad guy one
Wait.
and this is bad guy two.
That smells like bistro.
You're sniffing my shoe, genius.
Well, we're
But-
talking about.
And why did your shoes smell like bistro?
But this is something that if you want to work on, This is something, if you want to work
If
on
I
it.
want to work on
can-
smelling.
Yeah, on tracking using
Okay.
specific scent, that is something we can work on as we go forward.
That's kind of fun, actually.
Why are you
Really.
smelling the enemy's butt and saying hello?
Well,
While we're poking about, if
And
no
like,
one else has thought to do this, I'm going to tap on my sending stone.
Okay.
And call out to Eric.
Hmm.
Hey Eric.
hi.
So, funny story. There's actual demons in Nivara's house. We just fought a few. Now we're poking around.
Just
One
hanging
of them
out.
was
And you
a clog of kind of a big giant crab.
The demons,
Oh.
the demons took over her language.
A Glabrazoo.
Wait, why did
Yes.
I don't have a horn or a sentence.
I fought one of those before.
It was a pain in the butt. We also fought a bone demon, and Navarro has a magic sword. That's another thing to watch.
Oh yeah,
Do you need
Navarro's
my
got
help?
We're not sure yet what all is here.
We
Just
always-
wanted to inform you in case random demons start popping up in town like those one bones did. That
We
one
always need your help.
Wow.
You guys seem to be pretty effective on your own.
Effective at screwing everything up.
I mean, you did manage to escape that camp without my help,
What can
and then decided to make them your friends.
right?
Oh yeah.
I make friends wherever I go.
Yeah, I'm sure you do.
Yeah,
Actually, Mistra makes friends wherever she goes.
You make mosh pits wherever
Yeah, but you
you
need help. I need to lift you up
go.
also steal people's jobs.
in more ways than one.
I do not steal people's jobs.
Take your job.
It's
Yeah, what's that? It is. I was on the wrong verse.
Okay, I'm like, what?
Oh, wrong die.
We're just done today, apparently.
Vistra,
Yeah.
Okay,
Throw me
listen,
another
sorry,
wisdom
this is
save,
a
please.
little long once we were
I
singing,
rolled good last
It's
time,
really
so I'm
long
not
tonight.
going to.
but we were unloading groceries.
10.
perfect.
It belongs in the Waller parking lot.
Thank you.
Pretty sure that guy told
So
us to
it's
shut
been
up.
close to an hour of you guys searching around in the basement now. And you have not seen.
We need to exercise the house.
All
You're
right,
gonna
push
take it out
ups.
for a
1,
walk?
2.
Well, seeing as we can't find it, I'm going to go back over to the dead human.
Okay.
And I would like to carve off the remaining horn that isn't smashed by my staff.
There's a joke there, but it's too juvenile for Mirren.
Were you thinking about human horn too?
No, I was just thinking.
Were you?
Yeah.
Were you?
Well, it's not human horn, it's demon horn.
Would you like me to roll survival?
Actually, I'd like for you to roll a Constitution save.
Oh,
You just saw that?
Yes! I'm not all here
The
tonight. I'm
con
sorry to say it.
save.
Yes,
You
a
make
con
it pieces.
save.
Oh,
Wow.
it's something.
Beautiful. As you start to carve
Mr. Caesar.
into the horn of this thing,
Pizza, pizza.
Or Papa Vistra.
as you start to carve through this horn,
Oh,
there is
Mirren's pack.
Sorry, there's what? I'm trying.
I'm trying not to
Really
yell
hard.
across the table. You guys get really loud really quick.
Huh?
Just get a spray bottle.
No,
No,
we
because
have
last time
one.
I did that, I ended up with vinegar instead of water.
It was effective.
It was very effective.
It was also very hilarious.
Or a Nerf gun.
I have bunches of those. Anywho,
That'd be more fun.
once you start to get deep inside this horn, this viscous liquid starts to come out,
Mmm.
and
Smells pretty good.
you feel as it starts to cover your hand.
How did is? No, I'm like,
And this viscous liquid starts to seep out of it while you're cutting around it,
oh.
and starts to cover your hand, and you feel
It's demon
two
blood.
sensations simultaneously. The first one, you feel a burning sensation, similar to when you stick your hand on the roof of a car in the middle of summer.
Ooh.
It's not enough to like, holy smokes, this hurts,
But it's the.
but it's really persistent
Sorry.
and
That's
annoying.
why it's so weird.
Simultaneously, you feel all of the muscles in your hand starting to seize up, and you can't open your fingers.
Cool.
My hand's becoming paralyzed, but cool.
Hey guys, does anyone have an empty bottle?
I have some glass vials.
Can you get some of this liquid? It really hurts. It's nifty.
I help.
I love druids.
I
I love druids.
I get out my glass vial and Drip the nasty
You have
burning.
You have an empty glass vial?
I have 5 empty glass vials
Okay.
Oh look, it's a vial of violence.
Like, look at my hand. It looks like I got the grabbing claw.
from my
Yep.
pack.
It's the vial
You
of violence.
can't let go of the dagger.
Yeah.
I am very careful not to let this shit hit me.
That's disgusting.
I don't have a copy of the crafting sheet in front of me.
Not about to.
Thank you.
Why am I repeating the mistake I made with the hellhounds?
Because
And you will
are.
favorite other characters.
You now have
It's okay.
Yeah, lick your hand now.
you now have in that vial 3 units of a rare poison base.
Sweet.
Ooh. That's Robo's.
As it's currently poisoning you.
Yeah.
Ilfakir's specialty is poisons.
Of course it is.
3 units.
And I'm going to assume that the broken
Rare
horn
poison base?
is
Yes.
Thank you.
already expelled its.
Actually, the broken horn looks like it's melted.
Oh. So do I get my horn?
Sure.
Um,
Roll me one more con save.
Why are you still working on it? Don't you still have it in your hand?
Does someone want to give me some assistance?
Was it a 1?
No.
Good.
we
Because you
have
can't
known
re-roll.
that one.
You can't re-roll a not nat 1.
I can assist. Roll it
How? What are you going to do to his sister?
I was thinking someone that has like bless or resistance or something.
I got bless.
Or actually, I do have resistance and I can touch myself.
You can touch yourself. Let's talk about that.
So that'll be a 7 total.
A 7 in total?
How about Taya-isms tonight?
Okay.
Watch the stream tonight. It'll be fun, I say.
Actually, hang on, sorry. I have to roll it before I add it before.
Whoa.
Okay, so that's a 6 total.
That's fine. It still doesn't change much.
I know.
So that you finally get the
I don't
horn.
know what to read.
You finally get the horn severed.
Switch is my horn.
Ah, there we go. And you are not able to release that dagger. And your hand has that mild burning feeling, and it is persistent. It's not going away. It's not throbbing. None of that. It just has that mild burn, period.
What would I roll, and can I roll, since poisons is my thing, to know what kind of poison this is or what effect it's...
Survival or nature, either one.
Surge.
Whichever one of the two is higher.
May I roll for
Like
that
Nirvana.
as well, seeing as my background and
Smells like green
apothecary
spirit.
stuff?
8.
Roll with advantage.
No nat 1! Claiming the no nat 1. Thank you, whoever did that. I think it was Krabby.
It was crappy.
Son of a 5.
Son of a 5.
The no nat 1 is still on the table. Because nat 1s only count in combat.
Oh, never mind. 1.
No. I said with advantage, not with disadvantage. So it's 8.
We can say with advantage.
Okay, never mind. Just kidding.
So, between the two of you, the only thing that you guys can come up with is, oh, this is a combination of that neurotoxin from those 1 scorpions over there, and that paralytic from that 1 snake over there.
Mm-hmm.
But as to what exactly this poison is, you guys have never dealt with demonic poison before.
I have specialty of demonic poison.
You do? Yeah, who taught you that?
Me.
Oh, okay.
That stuff is called hurt your hand.
Someone tell Eric what's going on.
Is it, I did.
No, I mean with your hand,
Oh.
darling.
Is it anything similar to
Hey,
like the
Eric.
spiders that we fought that I got the venom sacs from?
Nope.
So Eric, it's been 6 seconds since we talked to you last, and our resident druid came down with the ancient,
Claw hand of
ancient.
poison.
Let me make my joke, please.
No.
It's not funny anymore, Eric. She ruined it, and she ruined her hand too. So take that.
You broke Vistra.
Good.
And she's squeaking because of it
That's awesome.
behind me.
It's like a guinea pig.
And she was also doing the seal.
Eric doesn't respond to you guys,
I wouldn't blame him.
but you do swear, each of you swear you heard a chuckle.
I have no idea because I don't have a stone.
No.
He is, Mirren, you do remember that you were supposed to help him with that.
Yeah, but we're not too far away.
Mhm.
Didn't I try to smash it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thank you for your assistance.
I thought I did smash it.
Yes, you did.
As
But-
you can obviously
Wait, hold
tell,
on.
like to collect bits and pieces from the strange things that we fight. I have 3 different types of poisons.
We'll have to talk. I
You
those are
want-
my specialty. I crack them.
We'll say that there were 4 pieces that were separated.
Were they given to me?
Pellets.
The number that you needed to make sure everybody in your group has been given to you. So I think you needed, what, 2 or 3?
We need one for Varus, we
I know
need
this.
one for Ilfikir.
And I thought we needed 1 more.
No, because I took I have Loxy's earrings,
Okay, so that 1 got returned. So yeah, you only need the 2.
I think.
Okay.
I also think.
Where
Therefore,
Well,
I am.
you gave 1 to Perrin,
Yep.
Yeah,
but that was
Mustard Vistra, my favorite.
but that was Blotz. And then you gave 1 to
Flustered Mistress's favorite.
you wound up giving 1 to your orc buddy,
That's right, I did.
and then you wound up giving
We had-
1
we had-
to
We had
The
3
same.
spares, didn't we?
we had 2 spares.
Okay, so we used both our spares.
and I
Yes, but I don't think we ever got Vlad's setting stone back.
I thought
so
we.
that would put you 2 down.
So we
Yeah.
needed 1 for Varus and 1 for
Ilfikir.
Elfakir.
The thing I just smashed is a closet, correct?
QUASIT.
Thank you. Because I can't take that down.
Oh,
Sounds like Pokemon. Closet.
So I said.
Oh.
Yeah,
Yeah.
here's my first kisser.
Yeah, you're like 2 minutes behind
I
that.
can't keep up with this and DM simultaneously. I'm only so
Why
good.
not?
Oh my gosh, Joe.
Why can't you?
Get it together.
So, You guys have spent the better part of an hour or so down here. Karana now has a paralyzed hand that burns.
And a closet horn.
And a closet
a little
horn.
vial of poison base.
You're starting to watch as the
Now,
body
She has the bases.
you're starting to watch as the body of this creature looks like it's melting into the ground.
Okay, get away from it.
And there is an acrid odor in the air again.
That smells acridy.
Nagara,
Mm-hmm.
what are you doing? This is your home and all these crazy things are happening.
This is the most fascinating.
I'm so.
It
Stop
doesn't
it.
it doesn't work.
I say if you try to do that, you probably rip your muscles. Yeah.
Yeah. No.
I'm going to take what's left of my water skin and rinse her hand off.
Your water
I'm sighing and still tapping on.
You've been at it for an
I'm
hour.
gonna go to each one of them.
Right, you've been at it for an hour, you hit every joist, every beam, everything. Nothing.
Maybe we just need to borrow the use of a cleric or a paladin.
It would be a shame if we, didn't have one of those in our
Yeah,
party.
there's a cleric currently following us around.
Just because he's not at the table.
sheet.
You can
Joe
always
has-
ask.
Hey, cleric.
Yeah.
So who wants to be a cleric?
Yeah.
Fireball. Fireball, fireball, fireball.
Okay, someone who actually clerics, please, because cleric and paladin.
Excuse you?
No, I meant not me.
Oh,
Excuse me, what?
because
Right,
it got in my
boy.
head. Oh, really?
Hey now,
I'll clear it.
play nice children or I'll give disadvantage to everybody.
No.
Where's
be
the
nice
spell?
to each other.
We got Krabby and Chad. Go away.
Yes. No, you're like 5 minutes behind.
Really?
Yes.
Yeah.
Remember when I
Anywho.
said Joe he was 2 minutes behind?
Oh yeah.
That was, yeah.
That's like
Oh my
2
gosh,
minutes.
you guys.
So,
Where's your spell sheet?
oh, good question.
Fireball.
Clerics don't get fireball. At
Um,
least that
actually-
cleric doesn't get fireball. It's a light cleric.
Then why is he always saying he has it?
He's cast Fireball.
No, he's cast Sacred Flame.
I thought it was cast first.
Yeah,
He's
Yes.
cast Fireball.
He cast fireball on the lizard.
On the lizard people.
Oh, that's right. That's right, he did. What kind of cleric is he?
I don't see his character. I don't have
The
his
fireball
spell sheet.
Class is the cleric of fireball.
Is
It's a shared class with Krabby Patty.
Great.
that what it says though?
No.
Oh.
So, what would you like?
Just
Do you
divinely
seriously,
summoned up
do
fireball.
you seriously want to have him cast fireball?
No.
Okay.
Casey.
Because not Vistra, Navarro would be it would be unhappy. My birthday, you can lose your family house too.
Sorry, I saw languages / proficiencies. It says common, dwarvish, warhammer.
Yes.
I don't think he intended Warhammer to be a language.
Piranha, you saw it go
I speak
up.
Warhammer too.
Into the same beam.
Does he know this?
The creature. Other creature.
You know what? There's 6 joists. Might as well destroy the rest of this
You've
one.
been
No, when
and,
I
and,
destroy all the joists, the house will come down.
and like I said, you guys have poked on every board and beam down there.
I mean,
Excuse me.
I don't think we're gonna find it.
Then I suggest we lock the house up and go back to the boar's head.
Is there any way you guys could figure out how to do that force field on the entire house?
I can probably try to shout it into existence.
Let me.
I can shout so loud I bend the fabric of the world.
I would like to take a look at the symbols on the outside. Are they written in Infernal or Draconic or any of the creepy things I see?
I could read.
I want to be the father of a new form of magic called shoutcasting.
I need you to make a wisdom save.
Stale.
No, I'll take that. A wisdom save?
Yeah.
My best one.
So funny.
Us. That's what's so funny.
No, Krabby Patty's what's so funny.
I don't even want to know. I want
26.
You take a look at the paper tags on the doorway, and they are gibberish to you.
Varus can look at him.
Okay.
So, well,
So do
They
I
are
feel
gibberish to him.
So do I feel anything weird from my wisdom save, or
Okay, you're doing the Vogue over there.
I would like to look at the symbol thingies.
Okay. You recognize each of them is
Got a piece of trivia. It's unrelated.
each of them is written
Oh, which one
in
was
a
that?
very ancient language. But yes, you are capable of reading them. At least sort of. You can pick out small bits on them.
The difference is that Varys' magic and her magic are divine based. At least I think that's the difference.
Clerics, druids, and rangers are technically all divine.
And
How divine.
and
How
paladins.
divine.
And paladins. Everybody else, with the exception of the warlock, is arcane.
Warlocks are just weird.
Warlocks, yeah, they're just weird.
Oh, I'd classify warlock magic as arcane.
And the reason I don't is because they get their magic from their patron. Similar to how prayer gives you divine magic and arcane is from the weave.
Study your talent.
So you
Agreed,
take a
Krabby.
look, and you can make out lettering, but you can't make out
No,
words.
I agree with you.
Do I
I
have an idea of the spell? Do I feel like I could recreate the spell?
I can't see chat right now.
Oh, he's talking about
Arcana or intelligence? either
arcane
one.
is better than divine.
Or Arcana or... No, that's the only one. Arcana.
It's so freaking humid out today.
I know.
Ugh.
I didn't turn it at all.
What'd you roll?
6. I
Yep.
rolled a 1.
There's too many gaps for you to really put it together. But you do recognize that this is an extremely powerful spell. You're pretty sure that it's something that none of you could easily do yourselves.
perhaps
Hey,
you should be
Eric.
an expert?
Could I
What?
attempt to look at it?
We need help getting the force field back up because we kind of took it down
What force field?
at Navarro's house.
Huh?
There's a
I have
force.
no
there
idea
was-
what you're talking about.
So we went downstairs and there were demons there, and then this new person that's with us, Ilfikir.
Stop.
No,
Stop.
no,
Stop. I will
no.
be there in just a moment.
Oh, Kira, do you want to take a look at this?
I would love to try. I want to try and assist.
Okay.
What do we roll?
She gets advantage if you're assisting.
Oh, that's right.
Much better though. 19.
Not that ghost.
You have no idea how you're going to recreate this spell. It's something that is far beyond the skills that you think anybody here has the ability
I don't
to
know how
do.
the song goes. I remember how the song goes.
It's Leviosa.
Not Leviosa.
Minnesota.
Not Minnesota.
Nevada.
Not Nevada.
It's Nevada. No, it is Nevada. It's not Nevada.
Or if you're down south, it's Nevada.
No.
It's wrong.
What?
Miami.
Who the hell
It's
says
in
Miami?
Yes. it's
About
in
5
Miami.
minutes later, Eric makes his way
Like
downstairs.
everybody in the south.
So there was like these tags in the wall, and then there was
western
just
corner of
like
Missouri.
glittering field.
She
and then-
changed so
Ilfikir went up and touched it, and I was right next to her. And then these electrical beams hit us, and hers was orange, and mine was green, and it hurt a lot. And then it went away.
I have never seen magic like this before.
Me either.
Great.
That's surprising.
I believe it is beyond all of our abilities.
That's why I
I'm
called
not
you
even
here.
sure how it was put together. I'm not really much for the magic stuff, though.
Well,
Where's
probably.
Hurry?
Last I heard, he was somewhere over on the gods shelf.
Why is Hurry over on the boat shelf? And who is this Hurry?
Be kind.
Hurry
Use
is
your
one
good
of my
words.
ex-compatriots, and he's on the god shelf because he likes to visit your other half.
My other half.
Mondrian.
Ah,
I was gonna say, do we have a whole other Aloxus half soul gray thing going on?
No, she's Sun Elf. Mondrian is the Moon Elves.
Beep beep by machine.
I am not going to be of any assistance in recreating whatever this was. Though, good job on figuring out how to take it down, because I'm not sure.
I took it down the Mirren way.
I don't know.
If it can't take me down in one hit, then it's done.
Eric, I've been meaning to ask you. Do you have any idea where Ari might be roosting?
Who's Ari?
Oh,
He's a
that's right.
gold dragon. The rest of the party met up with him.
Oops.
We
Well,
had
that's
this conversation.
Yeah.
Have we?
Yes.
Technically, we're not telling anyone she is.
Exactly. And she was never told not to tell anybody.
So technically, there hasn't been any bullshittery.
I, as the leader of our guild, I feel like it's okay to share information. I'm not sure why the rest of the party withheld it from you or why they don't
Because
trust
he
you.
promised not to tell anybody.
He did ask us not to.
So thanks.
And we're
Are you trying to sow discontent?
No.
Then why are you speaking like that of my guild and yours?
I'm just not sure why they didn't tell you. Do you know where a gold dragon might roost or not?
Are you trying to sow discontent?
Someday you're gonna have a wife and children and they're gonna hate you for circular questioning.
That's not an answer.
No, I'm not.
Then please speak much more kindly of the ones that you work with. I
You're
trust
into
them.
it.
I trust them
Thanks.
that
It's a
if
good
they
face.
need to give me pertinent information, they will. If they don't feel it's pertinent or they have reason not to give it to me, there's good reason.
Fair enough. Now, do you know where the gold dragon might be?
I already answered that question.
Other than the white dragon and the black dragon, do you know where any of the others are?
I only know that they haven't been seen for many centuries. Not that there's a problem with that. It saves a lot of heartache and hardship. But if you do manage to find a location of this gold dragon, I would be very pleased to know where he is.
Why?
one must keep an eye on those that are dangerous.
Who's keeping an eye on you?
The king, his army, those who can actually keep an eye on me when I don't disappear.
Zanina.
Now, she doesn't do a very good job either.
I think half the time she doesn't care.
No, she'd rather punch me than anything else.
Ari is gentle and good.
Okay, he's also a dragon.
Yes, I'm just saying.
Dragons are, with as old as you and your race is, I understand that
Par for course, just keep going.
I understand that you have a soft spot for all things Are you quite all right? Okay. I understand that you have a soft spot for the things arcane and those that are very closely tied to the Fae. But the dragons are not tied to the Fae. The dragons are nothing more than bits and pieces of the Titans, evil incarnate. So yes, they must have someone keep an eye on them.
Ilfikir nods and goes very quiet.
That's new.
Oh, if you're doing that, don't use that one.
Do you need sewing scissors?
This blade's sharper. I got a sharpen my pocket knife.
Sewing scissors?
Okay, now a thorough cycle of weapon sharing.
Yeah, right?
Done.
Is there anything else you need from me? Cornelius, welcome.
Hello.
Hey, hello.
Hello.
Is there anything else that you need from me?
Well, what should we do about the mansion?
That's her estate. What do you want to do with this, Nybara?
I don't know who's been maintaining this and not
Nobody.
been ill. No, the outside of the estate is immaculate.
Oh, you must understand. Hey, thank you very much, Simlover.
Hey, cool, thanks.
Who'd we get?
Somebody new.
Somebody by the name of Simlover.
1983.
I'm still older.
1984.
I was just thinking that song too.
It might not be something to brag about.
I'm not dead, so I'm gonna brag. So, have you found the other critter that was running around here yet?
Nope. But look,
As you do that, you start to realize that it's becoming squishy.
What's becoming squishy?
Her hand.
No, the horn that you pulled. It's starting to become squishy.
Yeah, it also turns
is
to
it
blood.
melting?
It's melting!
Yes, it is.
Alright, then I'm gonna collect the horn goop.
Ew.
Okay.
Gross.
Well, we know something about Corona. She likes.
Okay, so on your character sheet, make sure you have one vial of horny goop.
I'm not giving you a glass vial for the horn goop. And the poison base is in my satchel.
Oi!
I will. Navara, what are your plans for this house?
Honestly, at this point,
One last party and burn this down.
Why not spend some of our accumulated funds, fix it up, and have a base to come back to?
Because we have called.
Well, hold
That's
on.
a city.
Hold
And
on,
that's like 2
guys.
weeks away.
Hold on, guys.
Make it a boar's head.
No, actually, the boar's head is going to help you.
I hope so. I mean, the what?
I'm sorry. My apologies.
Wait, what?
Mirren's pack is going to help.
technically, the forest
Mirren's pack.
is.
Mirren's pack.
What's the name of the tavern?
And I'm not talking about the tavern. I'm talking
About our guild, Mirren's
about the
pack.
guild. Mirren's pack.
28 more days.
You are insufferable.
You know what, Sim Lover? I know people like that, and I don't understand that skill. Except for, I know I can walk home and find that I have little tiny cuts and bruises, and I have done nothing but walk. So,
Sim lover, are you somebody we know?
Just put them on blast.
I'm guessing yes.
Guessing yes.
I don't.
The speech patterns.
Even if it is not someone that we know, we will know you soon because
Yes.
we're goofy and crazy like that.
And we love our
Yes.
followers.
Yes.
How can
There are speech patterns in
build help
text.
exactly?
You need money.
How do you know when I know someone else?
Yeah.
someone's
You need
texting
protection for the
someone else's
house.
phone?
I would like that.
And you want to make sure that whatever that creature is gone.
How else do you think
We
she
have
would
a
know
large
about
fund at the Boar's Head.
I don't. I just assume you're
The Mirren's
That's
Pack
the secret.
Guild has funds for you to use.
Yes.
You guys have gone out and done many things, and unfortunately, being out and about, it's hard for you to acquire the compensation that you guys would normally receive. So I've taken
half the time.
the privilege of acquiring it for you.
Oh, moneymaker.
I mean, if
No, not money maker, money saver. I make money elsewise. You guys have done this. All of these funds are yours.
would you guys mind if we put some of it into the house?
No.
I think we should absolutely put it into the house and fix up your home. need
You
a
also
place
should
to
speak
put
up just a
things
touch more.
down. I think we should put some into your house. Put some roots down, Navara. You can't pretend to be bottled up forever. That's my job. And
How would
his.
you know?
Look at what race she is. Look at what race I am. I'm making stereotypical assumptions. Thank goodness I didn't do them for you.
Well, this is the first time you've ever seen half human, half orc, half wolf. So.
That's a lot.
Your math
Three
skills are
halves.
amazing.
Uh-huh.
Your halves
Oh,
are still not there.
Sim Lover happens to be just somebody who is nice enough to join us. I haven't watched many of the art streams, but there are a couple of them that I have seen.
I got a few friends who do that.
Mostly, I don't watch them because I get super jealous because I can't draw for squat. But
You can draw better than me.
almost all of the artwork you see on this stream was done by me. The major exception is I only animated the baby dragon. I commissioned the baby dragon himself.
Fenris.
Okay. I didn't know he had a name yet. I just know that was an option.
We don't. It was just.
Oh, is that his name?
I get
That
told,
was an option.
I keep being told we can't name him Fenris because it's too close to Fenrir and people get confused.
I'm down with that.
Who's Fenrir?
Fenrir is.
Mythology.
Who is?
Hey,
Fenrir?
not everybody is educated in Norse mythology.
Oh, that one.
Oh, that. I have a clue.
No, the other Zeus.
Yeah, the other Zeus.
I have a clue for you. Okay, ready?
Your boobs.
Yeah, my boobs.
Oh,
Norse
is that
Norse
Hera's
god of
daughter?
boobs.
Is that Hera's daughter?
Okay,
I'm pretty sure that's
no,
Who's gonna magic spoon?
it's Freyza? How do you say her name? Freya?
Freya.
Freya.
I think it's Freya's puppy. Anywho,
Oh my gosh. Yeah, let's go on.
come with me back to the guild. Come with
This
me
is
back
why
to
we
the guild
can't
hall.
keep people. We're weird.
And I will make sure that we have some of the locals take care of the creature that was in your house. And if it causes mischief elsewhere,
So there might be one more, by the way.
that's kind of what I assumed.
No, you
It'll
say
be
about
dead.
soon.
It'll be dead. I will also continue to make sure that it's taken care of. I have been paying for your house to be maintained.
Really?
Well, your family helped me out quite a bit with maps.
I know. Thank you.
Then that will
Mom's already
continue.
explored.
As you guys make your way back to the Boar's Head,
Walking fast.
walking fast, as you guys make your way back to the Boar's Head,
Face fast.
Eric,
And I'm guild bound.
you guys take a seat for a moment.
Why is it all? It's all his.
That was my fault. I told.
Sorry. I was trying so
All right.
hard.
I would like for somebody to acquire a racquetball-sized plush D20 that I can throw at my plate.
You want me to make you an F-bomb? What's wrong with us?
If you can make a D20, it'd be awesome.
Have a seat. I'll be right back.
It's so faceted. That'd be so hard.
I cracked myself up.
About 5 minutes later, Eric walks out and he's got a
I'll do it,
chest about this big, and about that tall,
I don't turn my summon, so.
that he's got on a wheeled cart,
Oh god.
and he's walking out to the table and opens it up. When he opens it up,
A cloche.
all you see is coins.
Oh.
You have
Damn.
three. You have three.
3 coins?
No, 3 of these chests.
Oh.
We're not poor anymore!
Each chest.
I start rubbing my face in the coins.
Math is hard.
It is hard.
Quick, 6 times 7.
6 times 7.
Yeah, my brain just
48.
shut down. Thank you.
It's
48.
not 4. Who said
It is not 48. 6 times 8
you
is
took
48.
math advice from Tate?
6 times
No,
7 is 42.
There is roughly 11,000 gold in each of these chests.
Wow.
Dang.
So I've been running around for years, or not years, but I guess months,
We haven't
with
been
like
able,
300 gold.
we haven't been able to meet up, so I could help divvy this out.
Fair enough.
Well,
Wait, so this is all ours.
These 3 chests are yours.
you have called. This is ours.
Excuse me.
She
I
earned some
worked
of
just
this
as
too.
hard.
Here, I take a coin from the chest. Put your hand out. There. The rest is ours.
This
Okay,
girl,
then
you
give
can
me
have
all of the stuff that I gave you from the vault and called.
And what was that?
500 gold.
Really? So I put it on my sheet.
No, it was.
No.
He only got 100 gold.
Yeah, tell me all what you took, what you gave me.
And there was.
Well, she offered to everybody.
Oh.
She didn't give anyone in particular,
Okay.
except for the gold.
Vistra, you can have my share. I haven't helped earn it.
He's being a jerk.
Well, you did take a beam to the face. That's worth at least 3 coins.
So, you guys
That's coins bouncing off. Never mind.
take what you need.
Spooling.
Natural airbags.
Take what you need. Need, not want, need.
I need a chest of money.
No, you don't.
I don't know what I need.
Can we exchange some of these? Because I know Varys was questioning it. Exchange some of these for diamonds.
Yes, you have you have 42,000 gold.
Yeah,
and
sorry, go ahead.
that's 42 diamonds for some of the other spells that you need.
Weezy, that's one of my favorite heroes from Smite. I know it's not hard to tell.
Say we'll probably.
Question.
Go ahead.
If
It's probably
we
hard
have
to tell.
diamonds, could you not, and you have a cleric with the means, could you not just simply resurrect the Loxus?
Oh, hey, thanks, Krabby. She, from what her fellows told me, chose not to come back. You can resurrect just about anybody at any point in time,
A willing.
but they need to be willing to return.
She wanted peace. She was not happy.
I wonder if you resurrected her, if she would come back the same as she was, or if there's a way to reincarnate her into what she originally wanted to be.
From what I understand, reincarnate is a crapshoot as to what you come back as.
So she can come back as a kobold?
From what I understand, it's a crapshoot.
Well, let's roll a
Yeah.
dice.
I had a long conversation with Alondra.
Oh! She comes back as a demigod.
Was that a nat 20?
Yes!
Just
By
out of
whatever
curiosity, what is 20 on the reincarnate?
Fine.
I'm sorry, but I need to know.
Isn't reincarnated
I don't know.
100?
I think it
And
is.
then I just want to know, like, what one
Just
is.
for shiggles. Just for shiggles.
I'm looking. It is a D100.
Okay, hold on. Just for shiggles.
And if you would assume the
20 to
transition
100.
20 to 100, that's a tiefling.
That's a one.
Just for shiggles.
That would be
82.
Dragonborn. 82 would make you a human.
Wait. What about 96?
That would make you a human.
Oh.
Okay.
Okay, we're getting sidetracked. Sorry, guys.
What about 1? What about 2? What about 3? What about 4?
I have knitting needles and I can stab you.
You turn into a gelatinous cube.
Hang on the freezer so I
I
can-
did.
Mister must flirt with it.
The gelatinous. I don't care what you rolled. You can't seduce the gelatinous cube.
You can try.
That would be a.
A 1.
No, That would be a 27.
Now,
And
mind you,
the cube goes.
the cube is absolutely, completely smitten with you, and it reaches out to give you a hug, and you die because acid.
It's
The
flubber.
cube,
It's right.
the cube briefly turns into a heart and back into a cube.
It's acidic flubber.
Right?
A flubber.
So, take what you need. There is, as you can see, quite a bit of gold. We can make a purchase for some diamonds. And before you leave, let me know what you're planning on doing.
Oh, there are 2 packages that are going to be arriving here shortly.
Okay?
We encountered some boulay over by Cove,
Oh,
and
they
I
can
have
be
some
fun.
armor being sent for me,
Okay.
as well as my sharkskin pouch from White Bridge, which should be here soon.
I've got the big pieces. That's the bigger than Chronos piece.
Yeah?
But I don't have to do it. I want to try to work it, but I never have time to.
You guys have, this is your downtime. You guys can do whatever you want now. As Eric put it, let me know what you want to do.
So
I think we should get together and discuss.
I agree. I do have a question.
I have an answer.
You always do.
When I was
May
when
not
I
be the right
recalled, I was inquiring about different types of armor,
Yes.
and one of my smiths said that.
Once.
Oh, come on! For Pete's sake, one of these smiths said I
He's
should
just a child. Don't listen.
said
I'm
I should
adult, thank you very
inquire
little.
about mithril.
You're not there.
Oh, mithril is extremely rare.
Right. But he said I should talk to the elves about that.
Yes, you should.
So,
Yes,
what do you know about mithril?
quite a bit. I come from Galway. What do you need to know about mithril?
Is that a subway?
Thank you, Tim.
That's a sandwich. Hi, Tim.
Hey, we miss you.
We missed you,
It's not
Sarah.
a Subway. It's
It's a
a
subway.
it's a hero sandwich.
But because it's September, every 10 cheers that you cheer.
What about? I come from a noble family in Poland. I'm sure if I was able to connect with home, I could commission some mithril armor.
Okay, but what
I
I
don't see why I couldn't. I will ask the powers that be.
I would
Why
like
even spend money on it?
I would like to be able to keep it light armor, if possible.
I have like a mithril earring I take out and
Ooh.
it's light.
Ooh.
Consider it a gift for the Thane of Gold.
Oh, okay.
Here.
Now that I have my provisions,
Part 1 of your armor. You have to search for the rest.
I wish to ask Eric if he knows. Sorry,
She missed it.
I did. What did I miss?
So did the DM, I think.
She said part 1 of your armor. You have to search for the rest.
Oh,
I
God.
heard it. That's why I was over here just going.
I'm gonna get a plushie D20 thrown at me.
Right.
If you guys will help me sculpt them, I will knit them.
Oh wait, never mind. We're talking about things that aren't in the game. I was gonna say because I know how to work metal.
I wish to ask Eric if he knows of a good Marxist.
What? What did I miss? What did I miss?
I love you so much.
What did I miss?
All right. So while they have their laugh, for everybody who is present, if you have not heard, if you do not understand the rules, type in !enter or !ticket
If you have not already.
to join in on the contest for the giveaway for the tickets to DeluCon. We will be going on break for the next half hour, and When we return, we'll do the drawing and see who gets what prize.
Just as an FYI, not related to Lucon, just for my sake, people who have just joined us, I'm not bored or anything. I'm just very, very tired. I'm sorry.
He just got back from a huge flight and then drove 2.5 hours to get here to the game.
I've been up since 3:30 a.m. So I'm very tired.
So, thank you everybody. Thank you everybody for joining us. We're going to take a quick break.
Woohoo!
We'll see you in a bit.
All right.
See you guys. Bye. Children, go to bed.
All right, Mom.
Who's garage sale tomorrow?
All right, everybody, welcome back. Wafa, yes, today is a little bit different because I went and hit update on my laptop
So this stream's guest star is my laptop.
because I'm still waiting for the update to finish on my computer. Almost all of the assets that we have are on the other laptop, so our stream's a little bit different today than normal. We have a couple of different overlays that I'm not able to use. That being said, we are back from break, and I am going to wrap up the contest. The giveaway is now over. The good news is only 3 people entered our contest today, which means it'll be really easy to figure out who won what. All 3 of you are going to be able to win something today. We have Stoneforge Misfit, Cornelius 7, and Gwafa who have entered. One of you is going to get a VIP ticket, one of you is going to get a general admission ticket, and one of you are going to get tokens that you can use at the con for discounts, quests, and other events that happen during the show.
Appreciate that, Weezy. Thank you, though.
Yes. Maybe next time.
Yeah, you know, we'll drag you out to meet us one of these days.
You
So-
and Remy both.
Without further ado,
It's not coming up.
the first...
Oh, for shame.
You were supposed to abduct
For
Krabby when you were at the
shame.
wolf sanctuary.
If I had known better, we could have hung out all day. That place is freaking cool. The Wolf Sanctuary, PA.
So, without further ado, we are going to draw our very first winner, and this person is going to get a VIP ticket for DeluCon. And that winner,
Woo!
Gwafa,
Woo!
you got yourself a VIP ticket. Congratulations.
Yay!
And now, who's going to get the general admin ticket?
Thanks, Big Weezy. Thanks.
Next time in PA, Krabby, I'll have to hit you up.
Stoneforge Mystic got himself a
Sweet.
general admission ticket.
Did you say Mystic?
Misfit, and I did say Mystic. Which means
I got your back, Ness.
Cornelius,
That time we almost kissed.
Cornelius gets tokens that he can use
So we're gonna
throughout the
bypass that.
con.
Woohoo!
Now, for those of
Time
you,
Ness and I almost locked lips.
for those of you who won, I am going to need your first and last name. You can DM me on Twitter, private message me on Facebook, or here on Twitch with your first and last name. I will be emailing them to DeluCon so that they can put you on their will call sheet. Your tickets will be available when you show up
Oh.
at the door. You don't have to do anything, just show up.
You better be careful, Big Weasel. We all know what happens to Vistra's
I don't
special
know.
friends.
I don't know, Patrick. What does happen to Mr. Special Friends?
I don't know, Vistra. Tell us what happens to your special friends.
You know what, Krabby? If that is the first and last name that we have to give them, I have a sneaking suspicion you would not be allowed entry.
Fireball.
Is that bad?
I'll watch from in there and just go on track.
No, sit on the couch. If you can do that.
Let me get in James.
I'm sorry.
It's okay.
Someone overdid it. And yes, if you guys get a chance, send a thank you email to DeluCon.
That looks like dragged
It does look like dry
Like someone left their freaking art. What's that thing called? Palette.
Palette.
Left their palette. Look at that.
Yep.
Take the
Okay.
fork.
So
I don't
that
know if the
is
camera can see it or
what's
not.
left over of the frosting on the ice cream cake we just ate. There's way too
Oh
much
my
dye.
god, that dye is like paint.
I know any of us who ate it had green.
Does Tim have no sound?
Hello?
I got sound.
Tim, is that a Tim problem?
It might be a ton of
It's probably a Tim problem.
It's
That is
probably a Tim
definitely
problem.
a Tim problem because everybody else have sound.
Well, let me check.
According to this, it says I have sound.
probably a ton of
Yeah, it's a Tim problem.
Unless Tim can't have sound because he's spending time with his mama.
What the heck?
Yeah.
It's probably just him.
No, because now SimLover. Okay, SimLover says
I have sound, is what he said.
right. Okay. With that being said,
Okay.
Ilfakir is going to be out. She kind of overdid it today and isn't feeling well.
I'm sorry.
She is going to attempt to lay down and just kind of talk to us otherwise. For the rest of you, you are at the Boar's Head.
I want to go die.
Don't do that.
Sorry.
I kind of like you. Don't die.
Oh, that's kind of sweet.
It's only kind of sweet. Wheezy says feel better.
She says thank you, Easy.
You guys are sitting at the Boar's Head. You have a ton of cash that was just presented to you that you can take whatever you want from it. And no plans on the docket.
Eric,
Yes.
I don't really know what to spend money on. I don't wear armor because these pecs are my armor.
Yeah.
And I don't want to let. Huh?
Nothing.
What?
Nothing.
What'd you say?
Nothing.
Okay, that's what I thought. I don't want to. And what do I do with my weapons? I got a spear +1, and I got my claw. But
The spear, that's what you got from me.
oh, maybe I did.
Well,
Bam!
you do kind of walk around with a massive arsenal of stuff on your back.
Yep.
Green Peck Flex.
I would suggest finding something that you want to keep and kind of reducing that so that. Yay! Thank you for the cheers.
Yay, cheers.
Woohoo!
Thanks.
But if you're, I mean, what do you want to do with your weapons? I mean, the Claw of Malar is
Well-
an amazing tool in and of itself.
Yeah. Maybe I get rid of. Well, I'll get rid of my pike because I have a spear +1, I suppose.
And that's entirely up to you. I'm just giving you my opinion.
Well, pike is heavy, so it's time to get rid of northern pike.
I'll see what I can do to get you some compensation for it.
No, I have a better idea.
Okay. What is your idea?
I'll tell you later.
If you insist. I think I made a
Maybe it's secretive.
Oh yeah.
Why?
Why?
Why not?
because he can.
I'm just curious.
Thanks.
I did. I
It's
forgot.
big and fluffy.
I know what
What'd
you
you do?
need.
I would want to message home and see if we could commission some mithril armor for those who wanted it, and try and find some augmented arrows for my longbow.
Okay.
Did you catch that, job?
Augmented arrows for your longbow.
Well, I want to enchant one of my other weapons, but I don't know with what.
There we go. I forgot to update that.
Or a bowstring fireball would be great.
Joe, seeing as this is our hometown, as it were.
Yep.
Would there be a Merkist that is in residence?
There is nobody here that does that.
Okay. There's nobody at the Dwarven stronghold either.
There might be in the Elven cities.
Or maybe in
Iron Haven, maybe that's just a Hildworth thing, that they don't do that.
Yeah.
We
So
didn't try to
for-
encourage.
Because I forgot to enable it earlier, for anybody who's on their computer, you can hover over the video and there is a D&D Beyond overlay that will give you information on all of the characters that are being played in this campaign.
I thought Krabby had seen it earlier.
It was there, but I didn't have the right campaign pulled up.
Oh, maybe. Okay.
I have each of the campaigns separated so I can change it for what's streaming.
Right, but Krabby had made a comment earlier about Varys.
Don't know. I just know it wasn't pulled up right.
Okay.
So, you will not find a Marcus here in Talmont. You could try Eastcliff or Linval.
Thank you.
I know that those two, being port cities that aren't quite as well regulated as Talmont is, those types of things might happen.
Oh, are
Being
you
marked-
saying that's something that's
Being marked carries an intrinsic health risk.
fair? Maybe you probably should.
What risk?
Health risk.
In 2 levels will be
Depending on the Marcus that you go and visit,
Like,
they may
literally.
not take care of their equipment, and I have seen people getting very bad infections from that.
Fair enough.
So for those of you who
But-
want to get a tattoo, make sure your artist takes care of their equipment.
Nice.
We already have tattoos. We all have Mirren's pack
Those
that
are
have tattoos.
those are magical tattoos.
Could I study that at J-Mont?
If you wish to be an artist, you may.
But I'd probably have to go to those 2 cities too.
As with any skill, you would need to apprentice, yes.
We don't know either of those cities. I could learn.
Is there a forge here?
Here's a basic
Talmont?
forge here, yes.
Let's
That's how we make most of the anchors and whatnot for the ships.
let's build it up.
But what?
The forge, make it better.
Okay.
Someplace I would be proud of.
Big Wheezy, I'd spend 100 D scales to give Vistra a locket with Frostbeard in it.
Aww! Can we make this happen?
It's starting to get serious now.
So,
Eric?
you want to help with the forge? I think you should talk to Grayson.
It's a necklace. It's not a ring. For Pete's sake.
I think you should talk to Grayson.
Okay,
He would
that
be.
name sounds familiar.
It should. He's the one that sent you out to do the trade routes.
Way back when.
And the fact that you returned with some of the trade routes would probably have him in a good mood.
I have 2 questions.
I have more than 2 answers.
Oh,
Yeah,
Larry.
it's you. Anyway, who would I need to speak to about enchanting a necklace to do what my cloak of protection does in a similar vein? And 2, how much is a boat that would make it across the sea?
I second that.
Where are you going?
To Randor.
It's not so much the boat you have to worry about. It's finding a captain that's willing to make a suicide trip like that.
I can find a pirate.
The last time I heard anybody sailing that sea and trying to cross the Sea of Storms, they went with a fleet. They returned with 2 vessels. And they did not find the other continent.
Then how did your exiled companion get there?
He may have the luck of the devil himself for that reason. That's part of the reason why none of us died when we fought the White Dragon.
Especially, you know.
I wonder if I could bribe Ari to fly me over.
If you can find him. But that's not to say nobody will try. That's not to say you may not have a way of doing it. It'll probably most likely be expensive. I would not set sail from here. I mean, you'd have
No, this is going to be a venture that will take much time and planning.
I know what I can spend some money on.
to.
Let's increase our reputation around here. I will buy everybody at the Boar's Head around tonight. from Mirren's pack.
That will work. I mean, a good party is not a bad way of getting the name out. We even have our own entertainment here.
Warren doesn't count.
Hint, hint, hint.
Oh, am I supposed to do something now?
He was mentioning a party tonight.
Oh yeah.
But
I could make another mosh pit.
the answer
what?
to my first question,
Mosh pit.
Enchanting weapons, the only place that I ever get that done.
not weapons.
Enchanting gear.
Okay.
The only place that I get that done is in Whitebridge.
I support this over here.
Oh my gosh, holy buckets. That's how you spell Elfakir?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You didn't know that?
Yeah.
No, I didn't.
You've never seen a character sheet?
And didn't you show when I was drawing her name in the note?
Perhaps then we should take a trip back to Whitebridge where the hubs are a little.
Well, there's good news about that if you remember.
Oh yes.
I'm working on something in the basement.
When is that going to be completed? You said it should be soon.
Oh, heck no, it's going to take a year for it to be completed, but that doesn't mean that you can't use the services already.
Wait, really?
You have to. Do none of you know how enchanting things work?
Nope.
No.
You have to cast the spell over and over and over again.
Oh, cool.
As people like to constantly say, I'm incorrectly a child.
You are young.
I am young.
You're mentally a child.
We are
Physically
young.
adult.
Heartache
Thank you, heartache.
We
So-
stand.
You guys want to throw a party today. You're thinking about heading to Whitebridge and adjusting your equipment. What other plans do you guys have? What other things do you want to work on?
I've never had this much money before in my life. I have no idea what to do with it.
And it seems you have some free time too.
Well,
I will assist in whatever way I can. However, I have but a fortnight of free time myself.
Where are you off to now?
I gotta head back to Whitebridge. We're still doing research on gear.
We still haven't found my father either.
It seems you might have some more answers though.
Yeah.
Guild battle?
No.
We might be able to pull that one off. There's another fledgling guild here in Talmond.
how dare they? Okay, let's do it.
Who's the guild?
The guild.
The Man Fanders.
I re-
Okay, that was one of her better barding moments.
The guild I refer to lovingly as the Lions.
Well, they picked an animal. That's cool.
What?
The Lions. The Lannisters.
Right?
The Lannisters?
Okay, well, let's challenge them, I guess.
Their actual name is the Honor of the Pride.
Oh, they had a corny name. Not like Mirren's pack. Let's go.
Oh no, we can't do a guild challenge right now because we'd have to enter as Mirren's pack.
There is nothing wrong with that.
Thank you.
Eric,
What?
what do you know about the betrayer of Beckman?
Like everyone in the bar is like,
Yeah, actually, at that moment, everything goes subtle.
hey, so about Voldemort.
That's pretty much how it worked. Everybody just kind of. Is there something you wish to say, Vistra?
I'm just wondering if I know.
Is there something you wish to say, Vistra?
How much about Vecna do I know?
Let's see. No. How much do you remember about Vecna yourself?
You didn't tell me that much.
I know. That's why I want to see what you remember.
That he was the evil deity of secrets.
And he was the bad guy?
That's basically what I got out of that.
No, I just now saw a crowded post. Would you say it's a guild war? 2.
Actually, this would be Guild War 3.
That's right.
Because Guild War 2 never fired.
Yeah.
Yeah, because we were betrayed.
Why'd you look at me when you said that?
Vistra,
Yeah.
what do you remember other than that? Anything?
You didn't give me any detailed information.
And I'm talking to you, Zarek.
Oh. You're a jerk.
I am.
I recall that when we got to Whitebridge, I spent a few days in their library searching for any leads on Aloxis's mysterious patron, and it was one of the names that came up as a possible answer, but I don't think that didn't turn out to be the case.
Well, to give you a bit more, Vecna has many different stories behind him, depending on who you talk to and how they feel about Vecna. But when you get to the thick and thin of it, Vecna is the Lord of Lies, the Lord of Secrets. The only one that I can think of that is even more deceitful than Vecna is the Lord of Hell himself.
Who's that?
Hades.
That's what it is.
That's my daddy.
Wow.
She's not wrong though. She's got a variant tiefling, so.
I wouldn't so much say your daddy.
That's
I
my
would
great,
definitely
great,
say
great,
he's your
great,
ancestor.
Great daddy.
So
Great.
the thing that sets Vecna apart is Vecna was a normal person,
Ow.
a spellcaster of great power and strength who decided that they did not want to die and chose to become a lich.
Oh.
Oh.
And after becoming a lich, sought more power and strove to become a god.
A lich.
Lich squared.
A lich witch.
Which
And strove to
Witch
become...
witch.
a lich witch.
Matthew Mercer's your daddy. I'm kind of jealous. He strove to become a deity, a god.
Good.
And in doing so,
Gravity.
waged many, many wars and took many, many lives. Eventually making their way to godhood. And that's where things get hazy. Some say Vecna never fell from power, some say Vecna did. But from what you're asking, there's a reason you want to know of Vecna. Why?
Because I was told I'm a descendant of the betrayer. When I grabbed this, and I literally just gave me like,
Doesn't that thing talk to you?
We don't know that.
Didn't you?
What is that?
It's
Parrot.
ridiculous.
apparently
That
part
it
of
is.
a sword.
The sword has a much longer blade. That looks
That's
more
why I
like
said
something you
part.
want to scratch your back with.
That's why I said part. When we were in the house and we fought this bone demon critter thing that said that he wanted to steal my soul like he did for 2 others in my family.
There's a good answer. Now you know where some of your family is.
I grabbed it out of the air and I was told that I heard in my head, I am the betrayer of Vecna and you are a descendant.
Huh.
So I apparently have to find the rest of this.
Huh. As a quick
We're
side note,
hunt buddies.
Guffaw, I did not know Critical Role was doing a Vecna arc until after I did this.
Where did that come up?
Third line up, Matt Mercer is my daddy. Matt Mercer is doing a Vecna line inside Critical Role.
Oh.
I didn't know that they were doing that, and it came up in
I
conversation.
really don't see how you caught that from that sentence, but that's fine.
No, it was just like an FYI thing.
I would. Do you know how you have to go about collecting, or what you have to do?
Basically, have hunt, destroy, recover. A weapon that severed the eye and the hand of Vecna, which,
That is.
other than that, I haven't
hold-
spent a lot of time with it, so.
You hold in your hand a wives' tale.
Kind of like Mirror's Claw.
No,
No?
the Claw of Malar is something that is well known. Nobody truly knew if the story of the betrayer happened.
Well, apparently it did.
Apparently so. You hold in your hand a wives' tale.
I'm gonna have to spend some time with this thing to figure it out and learn more. But
If it already spoke to you once, maybe it will speak to you again.
that's what I'm hoping. I mean, this will put it
What
away.
about you, Miss Vistra?
Yeah.
Now that you have your own queendom,
Yeah, to scoot off to Called.
what kind of plans do you have?
Ouch!
You gotta go walk to Called with your head up high and your nose. Look at me, I don't come. I'm gonna play the song of Owning Called.
There are actually two people that have tails. We have Mirren with the tail and Karana with the tail.
Tail buddies!
Oh wait, you're talking about the appendage.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because they put the appendix on.
I was not saying tail as in TALE.
Oh yeah, no.
Yeah.
Because
Vistra has
my
this.
half orc is half wolf.
Because my tail's not quite prehensile, but it's more, you likened it to iguana-esque.
Yeah, where
The
you can
thicker-
where you can
With it, which is why I have tail spike.
you
Mine's
can go
that
all Shakira.
full fleshed
It's
out,
a dog tail.
full fleshed out big ass wolf tail. So
He's got a dog tail,
bigger than a dog tail.
bigger than a dog
Huge.
tail because you's big.
He's big. He's big.
But do you have plans?
I mean, I don't know.
You guys have been traveling for quite some time. There must be something that you all would like to do for the time being.
Well,
You have a home now?
I
How
have
the possible demons are.
Yeah, okay.
another question.
You also have the inn.
I was nearly kidnapped a while
Oh yeah,
back,
about that.
and I was told that there was a bounty on the black market for my head because of my uniqueness.
Well, yes.
Would you be able to poke about and see who exactly that was?
Can you tell me anything else?
A woman.
That is not helpful.
She hired a group of exotic hunters to come after me, but there was only there was only the one attempt, however, and there has not been another, so I'm worried at that.
My guess, I mean, I will look into it more, but my guess is because our guild has become known, trying to do something as risky as that wouldn't be intelligent.
No, that's good to know.
Because, well, here's where it gets silly. You have these marks on you from the
Yeah.
you have these tattoos from the emerald. I heard rumors that I can potentially. Yes, because I've had it.
Oh, name card.
The name tag, yeah.
It's also on the DDB overlay.
Mm-hmm.
Did you say the DVD?
DDB. I might be able to track you with the emerald.
Oh, that's useful.
I don't know for sure. I've been testing things out with it because I really don't want. If something bad happens to me, I want you to be able to find me.
We appreciate that.
But I will look into if your name is on the black market. And I wouldn't be surprised because you are, to the best of anybody's knowledge, the only of your kind here.
That's why I wish to go to Randor.
I would be careful.
Find somebody you like and make a couple babies, and then you won't be the only one here.
Says a woman with 50 million boyfriends.
Well,
I-
Bullseye.
I have
49.9
never
million
had
dead
a
boyfriends.
significant other.
So find one.
Like whom?
Warren.
On the other.
Aaron, Varys.
Warren.
Well, there was Ari. In any case,
I'm
the
flexing for
other,
you.
the other,
An eyebrow and Ari.
after the party tonight, I'm going to go hunting. I may not be back for a little while.
What are you hunting for?
Or
Boyfriends.
Boar?
Are there boar around here?
You'd have to cross you'd have to cross through the mountain trail again.
that's alright.
It's a 3-day travel.
No, that's a little far.
Yeah, let's not do that alone when you have possibly a bounty on your head on the black market.
I would
Yeah,
also
check into that. So by the way, I'm gonna go by myself to go hunting.
I would
for 3
also
days.
give you all warning. It is coming to winter.
Winter's coming.
Mountain passes and things of that nature will become much more treacherous.
So, well, no, because you said we could use the teleportation circles.
So far, there's only one location you can use it to get to.
Whitebridge?
The Boar's Head and Whitebridge.
That's fine. I mean, that
Sure.
puts us part way, anyways.
I've been teleporting bread all day.
Correction. When we have the chance, I would like to go hunting for more. I'm going to see
That's an oldie.
You're going to what?
see the baby.
Team Fortress 2.
I want to have a try.
Well,
I'll have to show you that video.
I will see about spreading word about another party as we just recently had one. Let's do it again.
Why not? I will provide the music.
I will also put word out to the Honor of the Pride to see about a guild challenge.
And that this party is hosted by Mirren of Mirren's Pack.
Thank you.
It is
That
held
was
by
out.
Mirren's Pack, yes.
That was out of character.
Was it?
Yes, it
All right.
was.
A few hours pass, and you actually hear criers in the city calling out that there's going to be a huge party at the Boar's Head being held
No, that's a whaler.
on by the Mirren's Pack to celebrate.
By Mirren's Pack, Mirren himself.
You're in political action committee.
That was beautiful.
That was so important.
Oh my! I love that, Ness. That's
That one's
funny.
good.
Do you know? Yeah.
What a pack is, yeah.
So
That's
you have
vote for Harry.
You have a little bit of time before the party starts. If you guys want to do anything,
I'm gonna start working on my
Mirren for King.
roll
Mirren for
your
King 2020.
roll. What did I have you roll last time? Dexterity, wasn't it?
Where'd you roll?
Well, I could have started on that process if it wasn't
Roll
for
a dexterity for me.
yeah.
Roxas.
Dexterity, or would you want me to do stone pieces?
Stone cutting.
Stone cutting?
That makes more sense.
I'll help her.
You're not going to be able to.
It's okay. It's still a 16.
Bye,
Okay.
Sim Lover.
I need.
Bye.
Have a good night,
See ya.
Sam. I hope we see you again.
So Sim's new. We should probably just quick shout for Sim. We do Saturday and Sunday 6 p.m. Wednesday at 4 p.m. Or
Yes.
wait, Wednesday, Saturday 6 p.m. Sunday at 4.
Correct.
There we go.
Yes.
So we will be streaming tomorrow at 4, and then the schedule is down below the stream itself. Hope to see you again. Have a wonderful night. Roll me 3 more.
3 more?
You made 4 stones. Or I should say, Mirren assisted in making.
18.
Okay.
Nice.
30.
30.
Okay.
Did that
16.
count? It rolled out of my hand like it wasn't supposed to.
Gotta have better control of your
16.
Your stones.
stones.
Handle those stones.
You did fairly well on each of them. In the hour and a half that you have, you polished them and started cutting them. They're not quite done yet because you still have to do settings and whatnot.
Yeah, I'm working on Elfkir wanted earrings, so I just gave her a lot of earrings. I'm gonna work on remaking a choker for myself.
Okay.
And then I am. What would be the holy symbol for Varus? Varus's deity. Deity. 'Cause
Who is it?
You wouldn't have to worry about that. He's got a holy symbol.
So, well, I would like to craft like a small charm with.
And do a kitty paw. Make the circular pad, the sending stone, and then put little green stones for the other
toadies.
paw. Little toadies.
Look up the symbol for Freya.
Yeah, his deity's not on here. In fact,
It is Freya.
His deity
There's-
is Freya.
isn't a deity's spot on this sheet.
Not this one. I made a new one that has it.
Okay.
That was something that those guys brought up.
Is
Damn
Tim
prototyping.
still in the chat?
There's a couple of things. What?
Huh?
Okay,
Is Kazilla still there?
so technically that's what the holy symbol
No,
is.
he
That would be
bounced
on.
out
That
and
would be
came along.
emblazoned on his holy symbol.
If possible, then what I would like to do is make a necklace with that as the charm.
Okay.
And have the sending stone be in the center.
Perfect.
No toadies.
How's your diggity over there?
No doubt.
Well, she's not listening.
I don't have.
Oh my gosh!
What?
Krabby, stop it!
All right.
What?
Oh no, Vistra's branching into human BFs. The world population is in greater danger than we thought.
The
We love you, Krabby.
Well, she's running out of choices.
party
She keeps
starts
killing.
about an hour or so later, and you guys find that much of the town is there again.
I'm gonna schmooze it up with every single person I can see
Okay.
who's receptive to me, since I look like a freak.
Actually, you find that most of them look at you with curiosity as opposed to fear.
I'll play off of it and just make a good time of it, and I'm gonna make sure everyone knows that their first drink is free because of me.
And as soon as you announce that drinks are on you,
The first one.
everybody cheers. It becomes it's almost a cacophony of sound with the cheers,
I'll just
and you watch as
Krabby's there. Yeah,
Yes!
Krabby is there.
you know that's a very good question, Stoneforge.
So party. So party.
Party. Yeah, let's stop talking about the body pillow party.
So I mean, there's the huge roar of happiness. People are schmoozing and talking. Are you guys looking to do anything in particular during the party? Or
Bard, make some money, Bard.
just have some fun?
Or are you too queenly now?
Honestly,
Too queenly for the flute.
instead of being at the party, I'm gonna go to the inn and sleep.
Hey,
the party is
Frosty.
at the end.
Okay, then I'm gonna go upstairs.
That is
my room.
Vistra's favorite drink, actually.
Yes.
Potato meat.
Potato meat? Okay.
I get a nice round of potato meat for Vistra.
Perfect.
For Princess
Thanks.
Vistra.
Perfect.
Thanks.
You know what, Vistra?
Works in a
Yeah.
pinch.
Roll me a performance.
To see her queenly strut.
And he put, oh, I know. LOL.
I think I might have said that before. No, I think I might have said that before.
I could give
I give you about
Treat
350.
Do I? That's another thing that's not on
Full
here.
honey.
It's charisma.
What are you trying to figure out?
Performances.
Oh, never mind. I
Yeah,
right there. No, my performance, because I'm using my ocarina,
Hey, Ocarina.
Ow!
Is hugantic.
is 29.
And everyone gets sent to the water plane.
It
You are rocking it tonight. Seriously.
is a wonderful, wonderful ballad that you are doing on your ocarina.
Wow.
you
whole
find-
ballad.
Only because as you start up doing your working with your ocarina, a few of the locals come in and you start a small band.
I'm gonna get an amplified dulcimer.
Yes.
I have a video to show you up the street.
You're gonna start playing Who on stage, aren't you?
Yeah.
But I'm going to restart my rendition of Miran's ballad.
Awesome.
Yes.
Awesome.
What? Hey,
Yes!
he's the one who technically hosts the party, so it only makes sense.
You are going to start doing Murin's ballad. All right.
Mirren.
However,
out with
you
me.
did do Murin's ballad on a lute.
That's true. I could use my lute instead, and that would just bring it from a 29
To a 26.
yeah.
Oh, wow.
That's
huge
such a
difference.
So yeah, no, I'll use my loop just because.
And you find that some of the rest of the town has joined in on you and is playing along with you, and it becomes this beautiful accompaniment. And you are singing the ballad of Mirren.
act it out with me.
I'll get on stage. I'm gonna fool myself. Let's do it.
Everybody is cheering. It has turned into, if anybody understands the reference, this has turned into just one step shy of a college frat party.
Oh gosh.
It is crazy in there. But everybody's having a good time.
Mirren's back. Mirren's back.
Oh, Frosty wants to
Previously
slow
known as
dance.
Borsnet. Previously known as Borsnet.
Say Frosty.
Say Mirren's back.
What is that?
Mirren's back.
What was that?
Mirren's back.
Same thing.
The
And
artist previously known as.
it is good. The night goes by. You come to find out that all of you, without realizing it, have become very well liquored up. With the
I want to roll
exception,
some con saves on that.
with the exception of Naivara, who vanished before the party even started.
I would not be drinking.
Go ahead, roll me a con.
All of us?
Mirren said he wanted
18.
to roll con. Okay.
Oh, if
Did I get anything about con saves?
No.
No, 18.
You do find yourself liquored up in the morning.
If I were to use what I just rolled for a stealth to sneak out, it would have been at 29.
You don't have to sneak out. You just, when the party starts moving and people are preoccupied, you wander upstairs.
activate crowd walk.
Next morning rolls around.
Dang, only 27 days left of Mirren's back.
Next day rolls around and you guys find that there's not a care in the world right now. You guys have nothing hanging over your heads.
Good.
You
It's
have
first time in months.
Right.
you have the day to yourselves to do with what you wish.
I would suggest to my party members that we get winter accommodating clothing.
I would agree with that.
I don't need no winter clothing.
Last night would have.
Or rings of warmth.
I would have started to attune.
Would you
Now
know
that
those
you
are?
have attuned to the weapon, you actually know
What was that?
for sure.
She's reading. She's blushing.
You know for sure that this is a +1 weapon.
Mhm.
It has improved critical,
Mhm.
and you can feel
Like
that there is something inside the weapon.
It's a weapon.
On top of that, you notice that there is a slight change to your eyes.
Mhm.
Look, you got yellow slide eyes too.
No, actually, they're turning red.
Oh, great, you're a demon.
Ooh.
They're gonna look like
That's
monsoon.
that's like how much of mine is, or is it?
Right now, it's almost imperceptible.
And how
But-
would she know that?
That's why I said, how would you know that? There's mirrors to look into.
It's just okay.
When you look into the mirror and you turned just right, there was that reddish hue to your eyes, and it's like,
You have a scarlet moat.
right,
Is it to my iris or is it to the entire eye?
all of your eyes.
Ooh.
You're gonna look like me soon.
You have a scarlet moat.
You're that a really, really bad piece of pink eye.
Sorry, that was my fault.
Oh, gross.
I had snuck in your room before I
And
She's ready. to kill
you
me.
had a very strange dream through the night
Mm-hmm.
where you saw your mother, your brother, and your father. Dreams that had memories in them that you thought were long gone. And standing with you all, you saw a man who stood taller than most. You figure he had to be easily 6'4", 6'5". Very well built, very well put together, and had the eyes of someone who took no quarter. Dressed in a black suit of armor and holding in his hand the weapon that you now possess. Only the blade
Whoa.
was almost 3 feet long.
That's a big sword.
I don't know what to do today.
And he looked at you and said, recover your family and the strength of your family will be yours.
Is she in like Ichigo's Inside World?
Oh God.
This is
The story of a girl?
close to that.
Recover your family.
You have to fight
Say
Zanpakuto.
This is the story of a girl.
She has to fight old man Zanpakuto.
Right. Zangetsu.
Zangetsu. It's been so long since I watched Bleach and I'm also really tired.
I was actually trying to remember.
That's right, Zangetsu. Old man Zangetsu.
Mirren, what did you want to do today?
I'm looking for Grayson. Is Grayson also in charge of like the town? Is there a mayor?
He's not in charge of the town, but he is
Is
in
there a
charge
John
of the
Mayer?
security.
Okay.
And yes, there is it's as you learn real quickly, there is no mayor, there's a council.
Now we have mayor. Here, I'm taking. She gets called. I get mayor of. Come on.
You'll have to deal with the council, and the council involves Eric, Grayson, Millie,
Really.
and 2 other people that you have yet to meet.
Well, who would be in charge of? I don't know. I guess I'll ask Eric this question. Who would I seek out to build something? Since I have 2 projects in mind.
What is it you wish to build?
Well, first off, we're going to upgrade the forge.
Okay, you can just talk to the forge for that.
I know we talked to Grayson.
Right.
Secondly, I want to either start building like a temple to Malar, or I want to build a statue at least.
If you do that, I would ask that you keep it in a personal space. Not everyone will understand Malar.
So that's my goal, is to fix that.
I would keep it in a personal space so that you can make sure it's protected and have private conversations at first.
Are there deep tree groves around here?
Why
You can
not?
talk to
Highly.
Elandra.
Why not consider restoring?
The one in the cave?
Yeah.
That's dangerous. But I mean,
There's vecna bushes there.
yeah.
But if we restore it, then it would.
Vecna's bushes.
You mean restore and upkeep it?
Yeah.
And also, what about that like stone bridge we had to make? There's a pit there. People will fall in and die, and that's not good for me.
I actually like this idea. Having a small place where he can worship Malar out there in it with Hyli's protection. I think that's a wonderful idea. And
Okay.
as people start to become more familiar with Malar, you can build out and start actually getting your temple that you want.
So how much money did I? Am I still lying to Eric?
Yeah.
How much money did I spend last night?
Nothing for you to worry about.
Okay, great. Because I'm gonna spend more money,
It's your money to spend.
and I need it now.
Oh,
JG. Eight seven
Corona,
seven gold
would you
now.
like to go? Would you like to go with me into?
I wasn't done.
You were just singing a ditty, so it kind of felt like you were done.
Go ahead.
Would someone like to come with me to find winter weather suitable supplies?
Yes.
So, i.e. winter
And-
clothes, maybe some heavier
There's
bedrolls or
there's a place just a little bit on the other side of town that you can go to for clothing, and yeah, there's shots around.
are there any sort of magical items that might be helpful with that?
Like certain types of rings that give you warmth or something like that.
We don't have much for that in town.
That's
Okay.
what
Maybe
Well,
that's
like-
something we can look for in Whitebridge.
I'm gonna say I believe Whitebridge is also where you said the enchanting
Yes,
things were.
I know that the enchanting facility is at the castle. I generally don't deal with them very much, but I know that Uriah has conscripted quite a number of them and has an entire wing dedicated to magical research. So if you make your way that direction, you should be able to find some assistance in doing what you ask.
Thank you. Yes, let us go find some winter provisions.
So, Grayson, if I get to finish what I was doing or not.
Never. I'm gonna pick on you, dude. What's up?
Grayson, how much? What's the status of this forge?
It's a functional forge. We really don't do much but make sure it doesn't break down. We do
Does it break down?
every so often.
What breaks down?
Everything. It gets a lot of wear and tear. The billows need to be replaced every so often. The
Don't we
woodwork
redo the whole damn thing?
Okay, it's still going to need upkeep and repairs, just the same as what I'm talking.
Then let's find somebody in town and train them and hire them
For what?
to keep it up and maintain it.
That's part of making and maintaining. Just like you do your weapons, you have to repair damages to them.
Oh, I've
It
never
happens-
touched them.
It happens to the forge all the time.
So do you need more help with it or not?
What kind of help are you offering?
Monetary. Let's make it better. Let's put. I want to invest in it so that way it won't break down as much, or you have the force to take care of it, or you can do more things with it.
Okay, that last part is an investment I can get behind. The first 2 points we have been doing very well for a lot longer than you've been alive. And does not take that much effort.
Okay.
Or finances.
Well, I want to improve it so maybe we can work with harder metals or make cooler things or stronger weapons.
Part of that was you doing your trade routes.
Well, here's two.
You already gave them
I
to
know
me.
I did. That these are air.
Perfect.
Here's those two completed trade routes.
And the nice thing is, using this information, we can expand from there. You did, however, do something that I'm not sure you were even aware of.
Probably not.
You created trade routes with Ironhaven too.
Yeah.
Your assistance with whatever troubles they were having in the mines gained us quite a bit of favor.
But you know what it didn't gain me? Obsidian.
Actually, it did.
Did it?
It's sitting in the Boar's Head in Whitebridge. I thought
What? Nobody told me.
We were kidnapped.
Nobody's had the chance to speak to you in a long
We
time.
haven't been kidnapped since it's been here. Sorry, she's not there.
So we haven't been able to communicate with you yet. It's there.
Tim's back. You could ask your question.
Oh yeah, Shikazilla's back.
Mhm.
You will be getting, or I should say, you have enabled them to make trade with us in Whitebridge, and as Eric has explained, we will now have a teleportation circle which will allow instant transmission.
I
I've
was
already decided what I'm gonna do.
I was gonna make an obsidian dagger for Aloxus.
No, you can do.
That was the whole point of getting it. Was I was gonna make her a gift. So,
You can do something else with it now.
well, everyone else has got something cool and magical. They don't need that now.
Maybe you can do something for yourself. This is something that is around because of your effort.
I don't know what I would do with it other than maybe like add an obsidian trim to something.
That'd be cool.
And just make it look cool. I don't know if it'd do anything extra.
Huh? You never know until you try.
Could I get an obsidian tail spike?
I already made you your first one. I can do it again, I suppose.
And that's if that's part of what you're looking to do with the blacksmith, yes, I am all for it. The more that we can craft, the more that we can do, the more that comes into our town.
How much obsidian do I have to work with? Is it enough to make another tail spike? So as I understand,
Roll
it's
me-
just dust.
Roll me an intelligence.
10.
10. From the vein that you recall when you were looking at it in Ironhaven, you wouldn't be able to make a sword out of it, but something small like a dagger, yeah, you have enough for that.
Tailspike.
Tailspike, it's
I already made one.
it would use less than what would be necessary for a dagger.
Makes my tail space
So-
when you make that big.
Well, I'll have leftover then.
You think you might, yeah.
Maybe make some obsidian arrows or something.
You might.
Arrowheads.
You might be able to, yeah.
Obsidian doesn't do anything special.
You're not sure yet. You haven't worked with it.
I will. Is the forge ready to work with it, or do I need to start? Do we need to build it
If
up?
you want to work on obsidian, I don't think we have the capability right now, as most of what we do is iron and steel.
Okay, so what do we need?
I will get in contact with the dwarves of Ironhaven and see what they suggest.
If you get any
So-
responses.
I mean, the dwarves and Called might have some ideas as well.
You're not
That's right.
there.
I'm sorry, I was trying to help you.
Hey, Miss Princess of Called, does Called have anything to call about? Hey, Called, they want you back.
You're just jealous because they do want me back.
Ooh.
So you can take his job.
Oh my god, stop it. You and Krabby are awful.
They love you. Okay,
Yeah, so that.
I think we might be able to get some information by the end of the day.
Okay.
If not sooner.
Then what's your workload?
We've got lots that needs to be done in this town. What are you looking to?
What's your workload at this particular facility exactly?
A lot of paperwork.
You have paperwork at a forge?
You're not at the forge. You're talking to Grayson, who's got an office on the north side of town.
Grayson, you know what I meant.
No, we've got stuff to do on the docks. We've got stuff to do here in the office. We've got stuff to do in the fields. We've got stuff to do all over town. Which workload are you wondering
The
about?
forge, the thing I've been talking about for 20 minutes.
I'm not sure. I don't have that paperwork on my person at the moment.
Okay.
However, if you go to the forge and make your offer, I'm sure they'd put you to work in a heartbeat.
Who's in charge of it? Is it you?
I deal mostly with ordering merchandise, or not merchandise. I deal with ordering their parts and supplies.
Maybe we could hire Frostbeard for the forge.
Hey, there you go.
Well, while we're here in town for however long it's going to be, I can run it.
I think they would rather enjoy your assistance.
Krabby, you tell me how to start interplanar communication, and I will get back to you on that one.
Is that your polite way of saying don't?
As to who you need to talk to at the forge, you need to go talk to Quirt.
Court.
Quirt.
Court.
Quirt.
Does he have a brother named Pont?
No.
Court, the what? What's his title?
He's the master blacksmith.
Quirt the Master Blacksmith, obviously.
Quirt Winoa.
Like Quinoa?
Winoa. I have a random NPC generator on that has 32,000 different NPCs you can come up with.
I'll go talk to Court.
Okay. Nagara, what are you up to?
Currently, I'm still sitting in my room for a little bit. After seeing that red hue in my eyes,
Mhm.
I'm gonna go back and sit on the bed and then just sit and look
Oh, dude.
at the weapon, and just basically look at it like, what am I supposed to do now?
Are we back to full diggity?
Yes.
How am I supposed to find the other pieces? And I'm actually asking this out loud.
I had a little bit of lack of dignity.
Feel a slight lack of dignity.
I was down.
And you don't get any communication with the weapon right now. But that dream that you had replays in your head. And the thing that's really crazy is dreams don't replay vividly. You usually just pick up a snippet here, snippet there that you remember. It plays out in your head almost perfectly.
The one where he's saying, find your family, or recover your family and the strength of your family will be restored. That part?
Yep. And I did I phrased that slightly wrong. And the strength of your lineage will be restored.
Lineage. Okay. Well, just for shiggles, I'm gonna be like, Any hint on how I can find my dad first?
As you do that,
That's
and can I find my dad first? You feel as though the weapon is searching. You feel the weapon kind of
Almost like sending out
a
like
pulse,
a pulse to try and locate person.
but
Pretty much.
you don't get anything back.
Then
It's now persistent.
I'm gonna put it back in the sheath that I normally have when
And
my
it goes
short
away.
swords. And I'm gonna go like the dream is the persistent part.
No, that feeling that it's reaching out and looking for something
Is persistent.
was persistent after you asked the question. But when you sheathed it, it stopped. And the feeling comes back again.
It's like on and off. I'm like, okay, that is what I'm doing. I want to go back to because there is a library,
There's,
small.
a small one.
I actually kind of want to go look at mix between old legends or even child stories
Okay.
for any possibility of finding something about the wives' tale of the betrayer. Just so I can glean any type of information.
As you do, you learn that, and it's kind of piecing bits and pieces together. You come to a very generic story that when Vecna sought to become a god, there were wars that were waged between the realms, and there were many battles that were fought in the abyss.
You did. Gross.
And in these battles, eventually a single trusted general was named. And the only thing that you can find in reference to the name of the general is Cass, K-A-S.
So that's the only name that could possibly be.
That's the only name that's given when you're referencing this stuff. And some of the stories say that, all of the stories say that this Cass betrayed Vecna, severing the hand and the eye of Vecna. But where it gets confusing is some stories say Cass was killed, some stories say Vecna banished Cass, and some stories say that Cass ended up choosing to vanish
Oh, that's awesome.
and go into hiding because of the betrayal. And there's even a story that both Cass and Vecna died.
You okay?
The weapon that you have in your possession, the reason it's considered a wives' tale that you glean from this is that the sword of Cass in all stories was destroyed.
That's why. Well, it was partially.
Stop it.
Interesting.
Vistra,
I'm not
Yeah.
doing it on purpose, to be honest with you.
you look like you had something to say.
But it's just yawning.
I was just gonna say earlier that I'm assuming Piranha's coming with, but Vistra's gonna drag Ilfakir out with the shopping.
Okay.
And we're also going to get a couple of empty tomes, if possible. I want to get some more scribbly stuff so we can start compiling. Skylar.
What?
You are amazing at that, by the way.
I'm not even trying.
What did she do?
I keep doing this, and every time she moves, I gotta move. the
Because
same
so I'll lean back, and then like 2 seconds later, she leans back. I'll lean forward. She leans forward.
I make a better door than window.
Your daddy was no glass blower.
Well,
Okay. You guys find some winter gear just fine.
I don't need no winter.
I will make sure to pick up something from Mira as well, even though he probably won't accept it.
Right.
I got like a crop top, half cut vest.
As
Exactly.
towards finding an empty tome, not so much.
Then I want
You do find what would be considered small notebooks.
Check the graveyard for an empty tome.
And you also realize
Nice.
that they are expensive.
Oh.
Books are expensive.
Empty books are expensive.
What about just some scrolls then?
Single pieces of parchment, they're less expensive.
I'm gonna go with that and start finding my own books.
Okay.
You need a lot of papers to write about the Legend of Moon.
It was just sitting there. It's been in my hair for like 20 minutes.
You need a lot of scrolls to write about your Legend of Moon.
It is 2 silver per piece of parchment.
Okay.
You can only afford like 5 or 6.
How much? Shut up.
1,000. You didn't let me finish.
He thinks he can get away with all of this because it's his birthday tomorrow.
I normally do this.
That's true.
Does it bother
How
you?
big is it? Like just a piece of parchment?
Does it bother you over there? I could just sit here and pet like a certain party member used to, and just play on my phone for 4 hours.
Sorry, I won't do that again.
How expensive are those small books?
Yeah, I'll just do whatever Ilfakir is doing.
I have to do math now. How dare you?
You're welcome.
You can do it, Joe. You can do it. You can do it.
It would be for one of the smaller notebooks, you're looking at probably 5 gold. And that would have the equivalent, or no, not 5 gold because it's 10 per.
Okay, so how many papers are in the book?
100. So
Okay,
it's
and
200
it's-
silver.
200 silver, which is 20 gold.
So 25 gold for
Does it say plus binding costs?
right, 25 gold for 100 pieces of paper bound.
You know, I will spend the 50 gold because we're rich. So
No, you're rich because you own it. You are the
Queen
queen of the town.
called can pay for it. Called pays for this. It's beneath me.
oh my
It's a good thing you're not there.
yeah.
I'm gonna do whatever she's doing. I'm gonna follow her the rest of the day.
You don't know where she is
Make
at the moment.
way! Queen Call is coming!
Oh my god, no.
Oh no,
Oh,
I know.
no!
Hey, Princess Vistra.
Yeah, I'm not sure.
I know how you can make this kind of fall back on him,
I know.
So
It's gonna have to probably
can
do a
get
little
a
more
bear.
refinement.
Yeah.
so he
So
can
that's
carry
very
you on
basic.
this.
Yeah, that's a decent start, I suppose. Yeah. I'll have to think about it.
Krabby says, you know, as a wizard, 25 gold for a book is really low. I'm triggered. But to be fair, Krabby, it's a blank book.
A book.
It's also not a spell book.
But you do spell in the book. What do you describe this stuff?
Books only cost a shilling.
Oh, Secret Duel, we miss you.
Hey,
Yeah.
just FYI, Tim, look who's got your
Toronto,
character.
what are you up to?
I'm playing Virus Fireball.
Want to allow her to get winter clothes.
While that's happening.
I mean, we're
'Cause,
back
I mean-
at the old stomping grounds. I mean,
The
Virus is,
shopping's
gonna,
not going to take forever.
right.
Virus is gonna spend a day holding my stuff. Here you go, Virus.
Well, her hunting excursion was nixed because it's too far.
Yeah.
And you're also possibly hunted by everything.
By everything. There's really not all that much that she would want to do beyond maybe visit her old druidic master or the apothecary and see what she can make of her spoils from the various poisonous and dangerous creatures that she's collecting. She's got like 3 different biological weapons now.
Potentially. Remember, we've kind of updated that.
Excuse-moi.
Okay, so you make your way around, and the first thing you do,
She makes her way around.
the first thing that does actually work in your favor is you do run into your old, and it's technically not your old instructor. You went through a few of them through the years. But you do run into one of the ones that, would you stop?
No.
You run into the one that you had the most fun with. And
Mackie McPherson.
right. And his name is Dorsey.
Dorsey?
Yep, Dorsey.
Dorky name.
Dorsey Melee. And he's, unlike you, he's a druid of the moon.
Oh.
So he does more shape-shifting, but he helped you through many of your lessons with spells. Oh, it's good to see you.
It's pleasant to see you again.
Do your old guy greeting again?
What have you had going on? I mean, I hear that you have been traveling quite a bit.
That's a bit of a long tale.
So's the one on your tiny inn, but
Well, the short of it is we've fought Vecna seduced druids and visited Ironhaven and fought creatures from another dimension and closed rifts between worlds and
well, that does sound mighty interesting.
found the birthplace of my species,
Oh, and where is that?
Ooh.
Randor.
Oh, I
That's so
thought
good.
Randor was a myth.
Wireless.
Nobody can ever get there.
Apparently someone has.
Well, I think maybe if you'd have taken some of the lessons I gave you on how to shift into beasts, you might have found a way there. I mean, you can go under storms much easier than you can through them. Or even over them.
That is a thought. However, I would need to be able to hold those forms for longer than it would take to cross the sea.
Well, there are some big creatures. Well, just a thought. So what brings you to talk to this old man?
Did anyone ever see who left me?
You were left with us in the middle of the night. There was nary a soul walking around when you appeared. If anybody had seen you, seen who dropped you off, no one is making word of it. We have inquired.
Was there no information left with me? No note, no this is her name, or why my face glows?
There was only a small bed They were polite enough to leave you with some food.
Food.
However, the most curious thing is that the bassinet you were in is probably one of the most gorgeous ones I've seen.
Oh, you wouldn't happen to still know who has it?
So, what happened in the last?
I am not sure. No, I do not know where the bassinet went.
No.
However, I could still describe it to this day. It is made of the most beautiful wood I have never seen before, which makes me believe that it is from Randor. Gilded. There was silver inlay. There were opal inlays. This thing, for those who were poor, would have fed them for 3 years. And laying about the whole thing were fine carvings, the likes you see on heraldry when you go to Whitebridge.
Oh,
I
great!
hope not.
Everybody's royalty.
I really hope not.
Except the half-orc wolf dog.
How do you know you're not royalty?
Right?
I'm not.
There were no symbols or
Guarantee I'm
house
not.
crests or
Everything that was written on it was very, it looked very pretty. It looked almost like water flowing. But no, there was no definitive writing or emblem. However, I feel it was done that way on purpose.
yeah, and all
she's
seeing
right.
as they sent me all the way over here to hide me, as at least that's what I assume would make sense.
I do hope you find a way to Randor.
Some days I almost wonder if it would be better if I remained in ignorance and the only one of my kind.
I don't think that is possible for you.
Same your true nosy 3-year-old did.
Oh yeah.
You would know.
I also wish to thank you for the lessons that you imparted to me. I know I was not the most astute of students.
I
They have
wouldn't
come in handy.
I wouldn't use those words, but I will agree. You are a pain in the ass. But most kids are.
There's some slight Hispanic in there.
Right. Well, I just wished to say hello.
Ah, much appreciated.
We will probably be leaving again shortly, and it
You
may
know,
be some time before we return.
if you're going to regale an old man with some stories,
We could go get a drink.
you could also
You missed the party.
enlighten me about what happened in this grove over by Pinehurst.
Oh, yes. We fought an priestess of Vecna who was using the reanimated body of the love of the dryad Hylie to do her bidding and soil the name of Malar.
Well,
I managed to bring about the return of Hylie and bring a little life back to her grove, which she gifted me. I'm going to pull out her staff this for.
that is a very pretty piece of wood.
Yes, it is, and it hits hard too.
Ah, well, if
Oh,
it was
I
made
see a
by
pretty piece there.
if it was made by a dryad, I am not surprised.
But no, it seems that the grove is well on its way to recovery with her. However, it would seem that Vecna is still about the land more than what is appropriate. The
Vecna hides in shadows everywhere.
yes, the twig blights seem to be easily controlled by him.
I do not think so. Twig blights? No. Those are most commonly used by those who enjoy nature and corrupting it. Vecna was a wizard.
He's
Didn't
a
have-
wizard, Harry.
Didn't have much business with nature. The origin of these twig blights and other blights, they date back to some very powerful arc druids who fell from the proper place in nature.
It's so hard to adapt.
DM question.
Hmm.
But I remember who raised me as a small child before I was sent to the druids.
You were raised the same as everybody else.
Okay.
And what would you like to say, Murin?
No, I'm just like,
Avoiding snarky comments?
yes.
Okay. I'm thankful.
Proud of you.
Thanks, peanut gallery.
Things are moving in the land that should not be here.
Well, we can only see peace for so long. Even the most gorgeous of forests have a forest fire.
That sucks.
That which is burnt down grows back anew.
Our fallen companion made contact with I don't even know what to call him, as he said he is no deity, that existed in a time without the constraint of time, apparently. Said that the group of us was destined to bring about balance and to shape the world.
Well, I hope he's telling the truth. This world has gotten boring for an old man. It would also be nice to say, hey, I helped raise that one. Little, pat on the back. Keep your head about you. Remember what you were taught as a child.
Don't eat mud and only pick up things if you know they don't bite.
And
What
you
about
have,
picking up the liquid that freezes your hand in place?
Oh yeah,
speaking,
how is my hand, by the way?
not better.
It's still like that? Yes, I
I'm still going on.
had some fun with a demon.
He puts his hand out on yours, and he starts chanting a small spell. And you recognize bits and pieces of the spell, because it's being made in the Druidic language, but you don't understand how the words are being put together very well. But there is a piece of it that jumps out at you partway through the casting. And I want to make sure I'm telling you this right.
I would not have wanted to ingested that stuff.
Oh no, that stuff would have probably killed you.
That would make some delightfully useful coatings. Considering we also fought a kraken.
Always the pragmatist.
Oh, no, you actually recognize the spell, because you can cast spells at this level too.
Is it lesser restoration?
Greater restoration.
Oh.
Oh.
And you watch as the muscles, they looked corded now from having that tenseness for so long. They started to get corded. And I mean, you got used to the pain. It was in the back of your head. But then as he starts to chant on this, you're like, oh yeah, that hurts.
No.
And the pain starts to fade, and the muscles start to naturally relax. And you have a different pain now.
Mm-hmm.
The pain of cramped muscles.
Mm-hmm.
Entropy not setting in.
Whatever it was that you were messing with, I suggest not doing that again.
Yeah, I'm gonna wear protection next time.
That's what she said.
Please tell me that was completely in character because that would have been awesome coming from a
Thank you.
Oh, you're worthy.
How awfully Michael Scott of
Yeah, we encountered some closets.
Some
Some
closets?
closets.
Closets.
A closet. I have,
Attack of the Hangers.
no, not the armoire.
The shoot bosses.
My arm!
More.
More!
But
As long as it's not
Think about it.
a broom.
yes, because brooms are bad.
Yes,
Bruce hurt.
a broom broke Orion's nose.
Well then, little lady, I'm sure you have much to get to.
Thank you for taking time to talk with me.
Ah, thank you for coming to find an old man.
Take care of yourself.
I always do. I
Gonna reach down,
So,
grab your head, pull you close. I didn't know that you were necromancy.
Huh?
anywho,
That was
far leap of logic there.
yeah.
yeah.
Well, necrophilia is the same.
I'm also not that much shorter than you either.
I know.
I'm not that much
You're
shorter than
in-
you.
You've made your way to the forge.
I hope so.
I do. The only forge is taller than me.
Who's
That's
is Court there?
and it's an enclosed.
You see,
I start crying.
and it's a big difference from being down in the dwarven forges. You see a well-built, middle-aged human working the forge.
Hmm.
And there are some younger humans running around doing his bidding as he is pounding out what looks to be the start of a large metalwork project.
What you working on?
Well, this here's going to be the head of anchor for one of the new boats that we're putting out. One of the new ships we're setting out.
Need some help?
We could always use some help. You want to do some running?
Okay, let me just flex my legs.
Come on.
No, I'm a pounding. I do the blacksmithing. I like to pound.
Ooh,
You get the forearm workout.
you weren't the first one to say that. Tell you what, we got some stuff over there. I think, yeah, work on repairing that stuff over there.
Okay. What would you say needs to be improved about the forge the most?
I need to have people that know what they're doing.
Would an intensive training program help in that regard?
As long as they're being trained right.
Would monetary assistance help you to hire more experienced people or to spend more time with trainees?
I'm sure having better wages would help. Yeah,
How much do you need? And don't shy away.
I don't know. What are you offering?
What do you pay them now?
I give each of them 2 silver a day.
And you suppose,
None of them is going to be worthy to make anything on these anvils.
okay, so what would I was told by the great Grayson that you are the master of this forge.
Well, yes.
Okay, so in your wizened experience, what would be the best and most effective way to get what you want out of this place?
I already do. And flattery like that's not going to get you anywhere. However, from what I'm understanding, you want to invest in this place.
Well, it's special to me.
How much
Nothing.
experience do you have on an anvil?
You're too far away. I have no examples. I built a few things. I was going to build a shield until Queen changed her mind.
And what have you built?
I built a tail spike, and I built a few minor weapons, and I've repaired a lot of stuff.
What is a tail spike?
Well, you know the thing. Well, you know the weird thing that follows us around, that has the tail.
Y'all are weird. I mean, hell, you look like a dog.
Yeah. But the other weird thing.
Piranha?
Yep.
What about it?
Oh, Krabby.
What about him? Or her? Yeah. What?
that I made her a spike for her tail that fits perfectly, and she can use it to attack things.
So you have some creativity in there.
I'd like to think I'm creative.
Tell you what. You want to start working? You want to start working on teaching people to be blacksmiths?
Yes. I want to make it better for you.
I'm telling you, not asking.
Oh,
You want to work on people becoming blacksmiths, you're going to have to figure something else out.
okay.
You're going to have to figure out how to make them interested. Because you know what most of these kids want to do? They want to go hop on that ship there and travel and go see the world and meet pretty women and find themselves a mermaid or some stupid, silly shit like that.
Margaret.
I do have this steel greatsword,
Okay,
and it should be shining and nice in condition.
okay.
Have any of your men seen good quality weapons like this?
Yes.
I'm trying to think of what would be interesting to them. How about
No. Here's the idea. Seeing pretty stuff is cool. They're not interested in putting the effort. I hate when my throat gets dry.
Especially what happens if you do voices for too long.
so? What if I go to Whitebridge and find some interested people that want because there might be some people over there who want to work in forges.
Well, can you think of a way to make the kids here want to work on the forges? I will help you out with that.
Am I a
100%.
local legend yet?
Well, you guys are known.
Use my name, promote me. This is the preferred place. This is
A name can only take a person so far.
Oh Jesus, or Malar.
What I'm talking about is how do we make them interested in working, not how to meet the great Mirren.
Hey, you get
You know,
You-
crappy.
you get people that impress you enough. You throw in what you paid them, and I'll add another 200% on that.
Okay.
For if you get quality, hold a competition. So find the best talent.
You know what?
Find the best talent, and whoever does the best,
I'm not going to hold the competition.
I'll hold it.
Exactly.
The great Mirren holds the great iron maker.
Then make it happen.
All right.
I will definitely support this idea.
How many people can hammer at this forge in one go?
Oh, not very many, but we have some traveling anvils.
Well, let's set all that up. I'll wheel them out. Where are they? I beat a draft horse with a plow.
Congratulations.
Aren't you impressed? A little
It
bit.
sounds a little tall.
Well, I have.
Maybe you need to do it again.
I had 4 people, but now I have 3 people. 3 people who can vouch for me.
This trick doesn't have a tail, see?
All right. Then I suggest you put some effort into getting that going. We'll say 3 days' time.
Okay. I'll start screaming about Mirren's great iron making competition.
Okay, you're also going to have to set it up, figure out where it's going to happen, etc.
Right here.
I have to work here. You're not having a competition in my forge.
Where would you recommend?
I'm not recommending anything. This was your idea.
You are. I see why people call me insufferable.
You want to help me out, so put some work into it. I want to see what you can come up with.
I'll
Using
find.
your name and all that good stuff. I agree. It's a great idea, but I'm not doing the work for you. I have other work to do.
You don't have to do the work for me. I just want to use this spot where it.
This is where I work. I can't give it to you.
I will pay you 200 gold to take a day off of freaking work.
Okay, how are they going to get their fish hooks, their anchors, their spears, their arrows, their swords, and all the other work done if I don't work it? If the forge closes, I can't work on the stuff they need.
My mirroring senses are tingling.
You're a smash. Fine, I'll go find a field somewhere and I'll haul out your traveling anvils, and I'll do all of it. I walk away. Where are the travel bills?
Truffle pills.
They're gonna be there's gonna be an outbuilding back there where most of the traveling anvils are.
How many?
We should have 6.
I will search for an open field, and I will bring one there.
All right. Nivara,
How late are we going?
I'm gonna make one last lap.
I don't want to be the.
But I've been keeping an eye on it, so I'm gonna make one last lap.
I think I'm about to go comatose.
Nivara,
While I'm still in the library, I want to pull the sword out and hold it
I
to
wanted
see
to, Tim.
how long that searching feeling goes for.
it doesn't go away.
Does it get stronger when I walk in a certain direction? Or?
Metal detector for your bloodline.
Pretty much.
Just an iron detector.
How heavy is this thing?
I wonder how many
About
people
3
it would
pounds.
It would take
Pounds?
to make a sword out of the
Would I even be able to swing the full sword?
A what out of a huh?
That's not even calculated.
Yes.
Yes.
Cool. I'll have to look that
I
up.
want to go back to the
I
inn.
said, I wonder how many people it would take to
Or
make
actually,
a
I will go
sword
back
out
to
of
the tavern.
bloodline.
I'm gonna
It's like the iron.
sheath it again, and then I'm gonna go back to the
That
tavern
has been done. I remember that.
It's like
and just kind of
200 something, I think.
sit
there's
and
iron in
think
blood.
of where I can head to next. If I were
That's
there.
how you get
Okay.
there. Start killing people.
I want to go to a table and like open the map.
Starting with Kurt.
Vistra,
Or Quirt or whatever his name is.
Yes.
now that you've finished shopping and all and found yourself a home,
Hey Quirt, is there an iron shortage? Come here.
what would you like to do?
I would like to go back to my old jewelry shop.
Yep.
That I worked at, and
I suppose it would, Krabby.
probably restock on some of my jewelry making supplies.
Okay.
I don't think I need merit mini. Oh, jeez.
Whoops. You make your way in there, and you immediately see the old woman that spent most of the time working with you, and her name is Talene.
Coming.
Yeah, Talene. She looks up, and she's working on a small ring. She looks up at you. Huh, honey? Oh, it's so good to see you.
Hello, Celine. It's good to see you as well.
What can I do for you? You've been gone for so long.
I have relinquished Varus.
I have been gone for a long time. I'm mostly.
I got this.
He is no longer carrying my crap.
I have Varus.
I'm mostly looking to restock on some crafting supplies.
Oh, honey, you're still working on that stuff?
Yes, actually, I made
Have you found a
some.
boyfriend yet?
Shut up. How's your love life? Oh God.
Would you let me finish this with her so we can go home?
Yeah, I will show her the couple shards that I have that I started working with.
Okay. Ah,
And explain, give details about the pieces that I made.
well, that's wonderful, my dear. I thought, with all the adventuring you've been doing, you wouldn't have had time to keep your craft up. I'm very pleased. And what kind of things are you looking for to work on?
Oh, jeez, sorry.
And with that, she starts walking around the shop and gossiping with you, pointing out different settings and clips and accoutrements that go.
If there's anything that's going to be more durable than some of the stuff I've had, like as far as clips or settings, stuff like that.
So she starts talking to you about all that good stuff.
Okay.
And with that, we are going to wrap up for the night.
Oh, thank goodness.
Karana wandering around town doing her little thing. Nivara staring at a map, wondering where to go. Vistra talking about jewelry and accessories. And Mirren, angry, carrying anvils.
I'll show him.
Oh, and Mr. does have her bronze tiara.
Perfect. Perfect. And we will catch the rest of you, whoever makes it tomorrow, at about 4:00.
4,
For
Dragon Heist.
it is Dragon Heist.
and then
And
No and then.
no Wednesday.
No and then.
No Wednesday.
I said no and then. Wednesday, I believe, is going to be Saltmarsh, right?
Yes, it should be.
And I think because of Dan Loxley's upcoming test, we're actually going to see Saltmarsh 3 times in a row.
Not yet.
Yep.
Not yet.
Not yet.
Okay,
Yet.
Never mind.
so that's okay. That's coming up.
next Loromir is gonna be iffy if that fires because the 3 of us are gonna be gone.
I'll figure out something to do. At the very
Maybe it's
least,
for time for your level 20 thing.
right? I may end up doing the give you guys time to think about what you want to do next. Anywho, good night, everybody. Have a wonderful, wonderful time. And Gofa,
Yes. See you Monday.
we will see you next time you show up to stream. Good night, everybody. Sleep well. Almost like we'll kill you in the morning.
Congrats again to the winners.
Yeah, very
Yes.
much. Congrats to Stoneforge Misfit,
Not Mystic.
Cornelius, and Wafa. And one last time, good night.